Good afternoon.
I'm going to show you a copy of a transcript of the interview of March 16, 2000.
Okay, good morning. Hello, everybody. I'm on my tablet, so I know I'm gonna look huge on this fucking thing. And I'm not liking it. So, we are going. Today's Monday, so they're back in court. So we're gonna listen in. I'm gonna give my reaction. We're gonna go over a few things.
And
This is
right
Kayla
before,
Montgomery.
I'm going to ask you to read a portion of it.
Going
and
over
I'm going to ask you
her testimony.
A question.
So, the things that she witnessed and the things that she did, and she didn't come forward and she didn't try to get Harmony no help, just makes me sick. Makes me sick. Of course, I have a migraine, so that's why my light's not on. Okay, one thing about this whole thing is, let me go back so you guys can hear this. Hold on. Because, hold on, let me go back.
But you also said that he came down daily to go in one at a time, right?
Yes.
The fact that Adam woke up and smelled pee or poop.
Yes.
Okay, so there's a part in here where she states
urination
that
or defecation, do you recall?
No.
Okay. And he got mad at her for peeing or pooping in the car.
There's no way
Was it a fresh pee or poop?
she's able. I don't
Okay.
understand how
So
they
you don't
were
know
going
if she
to a
peed or pooped
clinic,
in the car from 2 or 3 in the morning.
but
No.
Okay.
they were still getting their dosages
And one of
at the
things
clinic,
I think that you described,
but still doing drugs on the side,
Adam
on the street drugs.
that
So
one of the
normally when you
things
go
was,
to,
why don't you?
normally when you're in a clinic, you don't. You wanna, Mr. Big Boy? I gotta do your face. Bye. Go on. With your tail. Cat. Good morning. Hi, everybody. So, I don't understand how, if they were still doing street drugs on the side, but still going to a clinic, most of the time, if you're doing street drugs, you will not get your dosage. You will not get nothing. You will have to dry out on your own. There's no way they're going to give you.
Let us know.
There's no way
Yes.
you're going to go in there and fail
Like he's surprised
for
that
hardcore shit and then expect to get your
smelling in the morning.
dosages. There's no way. You can get kicked out that way and you can lose going to a clinic. You can, and that stays on there. So if you try to go to another clinic,
you're saying
they're going to
he slept in
have
the
all
morning
that
before the
information
clinic
on you. You know what I'm saying?
because,
So
I think
that's one
that
part
you
of her
said
testimony
before
and
to the police because she
how they
peed
were still
herself
able
while
to get
still in the
drugs.
parking lot.
Yes.
It's beyond me.
And that made him mad, you said?
Yes.
And, so she peed before you went to the clinic?
It just smelled like urination all the
Okay.
time.
Look at this.
And,
She
didn't have
looks
any
fucked
injuries
up,
that you
like
saw
she's
that morning,
high
right?
on drugs.
No.
You see where
And,
this is gonna go.
you go to the
There
clinic,
you go.
right?
Yes.
And at the clinic, the two of you have to go in one at a time, right?
Yes.
And the reason that you have to go in one at a time is because somebody had tattled on you at some time earlier for leaving the kids in the car while the two of you went together.
Yes.
And so you were parked in the clinic right out front,
Yes.
and other people are also getting their dosage.
Yes.
And at least at some point, people were paying attention about, well,
People were paying attention, but why wouldn't they say something?
so you're right out front of the clinic. I think you, looking at that paperwork, saw that you went in first.
Yes.
The
And then,
people at the
Adam
clinic
went in.
should have been
And
able
did
to
you
see
take that
this.
time to clean the car?
No.
Why?
This
Because I did.
prosecutor or this
Okay.
defense lawyer is all about
Thank you.
this
Testified
car.
That when Adam got in the car, you said, I'm
Like,
hungry.
oh,
And
I
I'm
hate
sure
the name
kids are
Adam. I
hungry.
hate the name
Yes.
Adam.
And it was you that wanted to go to Burger King for food.
Yes.
And did you want to go to Burger King because you were hungry?
Yes.
Did you want to go to Burger King because you wanted to clean the car?
No.
No.
She
Why
says
not?
no. This.
I didn't.
Okay. Just you were hungry and you thought maybe the kids were hungry too.
Yes.
Okay. And Adam drove to Burger King to get you food and food for the kids.
Yes.
And Adam was not interested in food, right?
No.
That's not true.
Why not?
Because he was hungry too.
Okay. Do you remember telling the prosecutor that Adam, I'm sorry, on March 16 of 2023, do you recall telling the prosecutor that Adam was not interested in food?
No.
All right, I'm going to take a different exhibit.
Oh, are you now? Are you a defense lawyer? Let me check this email real quick. Make sure it's nothing important. No. Just Monopoly going off. Kroger's get 20 free meals. You're now live on your YouTube channel. Correct. Shoe Carnival. Delete. Ruby Tuesdays. My father and I used to love. Oh, somebody gifted me a channel somewhere. Oh my god, I went through hell the other day, you guys. I went to a channel. Like I said in the other one, I guess people couldn't hear me. But I went to a channel that I didn't describe. I don't talk about much because I don't want people to know where I'm all going and who I'm chatting with. But anywho, I know that came up as a thing. I went into a chat that I really like going over to, and I found a hater. There was a hater there, and a couple people stuck up for me and said that I was always welcome and I've always had came there, so that was nice. So we just have to wait, and and it's just bullcrap, but yeah, I had to go through this shit, and I'm just never in my life have I ever. Matter of fact, I mean, dealing with bullies all my life, so why not have them online too, I've had to deal with some shitty ass bosses because they don't like my character or my spunk, like my personality in human and in real life. Some people can't handle. And if you're old and miserable, they have a hard time. Because me, always trying to wear a smile no matter what, is what my motto is. And it can't be a fake smile. It has to be a genuine. People can tell when you're doing a fake smile and you're just doing a, like, people can tell. So, this lady, though, I still don't get how they're doing a bunch of street drugs. She goes in first to get her dosage, and then Adam goes in. This defense lawyer is worried about a car being cleaned, and I think she looks like she's on drugs still. This whole shebang, this is just one fucked up shit. And I don't know what in God's creation happened last night whoa, let's go into there for a minute. So
I'm
what
going to show you a copy
in the
of
actual
a transcript
fuck
of the
happened
interview of
last
March
night?
16,
Because I had a killer headache and I was trying
And like before,
to
I'm going to
follow
ask
along.
you to read a portion of it, and then I'm going to ask you.
I don't like this defense lawyer. But I was trying to follow along with everything last night, but poor Granny, I don't think she meant for none of that to happen last night on her channel, but it's crazy. That was a long. These people making these long ass
Okay.
lives. I don't know how anybody can go 8 hours, 9 hours. Team Rose's live is the 23-hour one, where you know who had threatened me. Has been taken down, or she took it down, so I don't have any proof now unless somebody has it. But yeah, so it's like wherever I go now, I'm going to be named as this, and I'm not. So yes, I made a video about everything, I explained everything. It's on my channel of the years I fucking messed up on or misspoke about. You know, people misspeak about all the times, and especially when you're on Suboxones, your memory, like my memory is not as good. I am a stoner, so I've had a lot of trauma to me.
Okay.
And I have PTSD, so I get, no, but it's hard to explain, and I wonder if she's gonna have them, or a lot of domestic violence people who go through domestic violence. I don't know if they can relate. I call them flashbacks. Visions, as I call them too. But these flashbacks, they're so intense, and they're so right, get you, like, it's like it puts you right back where you're living in time. You're going through it all over again. And I'm so used to always being in fight or flight, and sometimes you can't. You got to get your body to like not go into that mode, and that's why it's important, to write in a journal, because I can get it out better, and sometimes it does help. But going to a therapist every damn week trying to talk about this shit was just way too much for me. I couldn't handle it. But I just know, with all of these cases that are happening right now, you got YouTubers out here that are. Do we think. I feel like if there's a suspect, or if there's a suspect or a witness,
During that interview,
I do
told the
not
police
think
that Adam didn't care if he ate or not, right?
that YouTubers and
He wasn't there
creators should be
because
out
he
here
wanted to eat,
interviewing
right?
the
And
suspect.
if
Like,
the prosecutor said in
for
opening
example,
that he went to Burger King because he
the
wanted to eat,
Stacy Wander guy,
and he did eat while driving away, that's not your...
he is sick. He's the mastermind behind the whole thing. I think he's the mastermind of the whole. I don't think it was his wife, and I think he helped his wife. I honestly really do think he helped his wife. I honestly really do think so. So let's just go back into this, and then.
Right? No. Okay. And that's not something you ever told the police, right?
Right.
It's just plain wrong.
Why are you hiding shit? Oh, that's right. She got off on her perjury charges.
And one of your claims is that on the way to Burger King, and
let's
I think
go
that you
really
said
quick,
that he gets
guys.
in the
I
car
do want to see.
at the Clinton.
And just the fact that I allowed people on my panel that she dislikes. I also want to make it very clear, and I can show with my analytics, my views went up when she was no longer the topic. So to claim that I am growing off of her name or constantly taking jabs or only
I
getting
really
views
like
because
Granny,
of is absolutely ridiculous.
and I just want to stop in and say hi real quick to her and give her a like. because I really do like Granny. And as far as I know, before I left that stream that I was being humiliated on and being told a bunch of fucking shit on, lied on.
So he set out to start a rumor that
she got up there and
explained,
explained, yes, we, people do have memory losses.
So,
My thing was, I
as you
just
can all
blocked.
imagine, it's infuriating when I see these.
I just blocked that out because those couple years that I was living my life, I was going through hell and torture. So, of course, I misspoke about those years. And it wasn't a big freaking deer. I can't even talk. Wasn't even a big deal because it was the truth, it was the truth of why I got behind. And it was because of addiction. And I really like Granny because she went through an addiction. A lot of people you don't think have went through it, go through it. I always used to say addiction doesn't have a face. So your best friend that you grew up with, that has been your best friend, your ride or die, your homie, your home skillet, whatnot.
People. Now, another person
Could be
that shared
addicted.
Queen's
My best friend was. I didn't even think she would ever do drugs.
Angela was part of my channel for over 2
She
years.
did.
I thought she was a friend. I trusted her. We had a falling out over the woman named Tiffany, as well as scabies, people she no longer likes herself. And she set forth to put out damn near 2-3 every message she could ever find that I ever confided in private, including things that were repeated on Queen's panel as factual.
So last night,
butt.
Granny was doing a live, and I loved her live.
Yeah, you got that
It
right,
got crazy last night. It got
so,
hectic.
It was repeated
It got
quite
nuts.
a few times over on Queen's panel that I allegedly sent a photo of my butthole, which is not true. It didn't happen. It's actually disgusting to even imply. Nonetheless, that these are the type of people that are lining up. This woman has a photo of my minor child right now on
This
her
is
community
crazy.
wall.
Hello.
In response to that,
I do like
I
Granny.
stated that she had X amount of time to remove my daughter's photo before I post her adult daughter's photo. No, I didn't post
I don't know
it.
what happened last night. How
I
did the
deleted my
topic
post.
get...
I responded out of anger.
Like, how did it get so bad last
But I
night?
still don't
I've
see
heard
why
so
this
many
person's
bad
running around
thank
crying.
you.
After, again, there is a photo of my minor child on her community wall right now.
Wow.
Also, this person keeps saying that I brought up their daughter.
That's another thing. Kids should be off limits, YouTubers and creators out here. Like, you shouldn't be going after people, threatening them, wanting to take their money away, wanting to hurt their channel. When I first found YouTube, way back when I was just a sub, and I was in some big, huge channels, I was a moderator for some really big, huge channel now. But he's a scumbag. I'm not going to name his name because I don't need that heat coming after me. Saggy's got that underneath control. Saggy does what she does. And check out Saggy Melons if you guys want to know the story about that. Of course, that's on there too. And I think the lady's timeline is on mine as well. But yeah, so, back then when I even was in those big channels, everything was off limits. Kids were off limits. You couldn't talk about kids. Shouldn't be bringing up, people's past. It's just nuts.
Thank you so much, Jordan. Thank you so much, Eva, for becoming a member. Give me 1 second to go on private this video so you can all see and hear this for yourself. Just give you a little taste of what I deal with these people, and then maybe you can all...
Oh, I can relate. Let's see. Trigger warning. This video discusses. I rewinded to see what we missed.
Thank you, not your business. I'm so sorry.
Stop the threat, stop the harassment, and
I'd also
bullying.
like to point out that when Queen did this last time and threatened me with an anti-Granny panel and all that good shit, this person was allowed up, and they're fully, the people are there fully aware of who and what this person is, but nonetheless, they were allowed up, so,
stop the abuse. That's abuse, bullying. He's involved in 3 different platforms I'm aware of. Abuse content, serious flag. I don't know who she's talking about here.
Summer, I'm sorry. But I don't have anybody that else that's here. My mother died in 2020. So when my daughter died,
Oh.
in the emails there were diaries. Else that
I'm just going through it real quick to
quite a few
see.
emails from people that said their comments pretty much defending me
CPS
for
shouldn't
doing
be
it.
involved.
I don't know.
People
why.
need to really stop doing
At
that.
that point, she
They
didn't
need
know
to stop doing that.
who was who. If it was a kid, if it was, it fucked with her. It fucked with her, rightfully so. Who the fuck invaded a child's privacy? Who the fuck searched out a greater's child? That's the argument.
does
Who
that?
sits around a greater's minor child? It's really the argument we're having here.
That's
The
sick.
basics of it.
That's sick.
The fact remains, at the end of the day, my child on any platform, doesn't matter where, should have never been sought out.
Exactly.
Period. End up.
I'm gonna put that. I don't agree with people's kids should not be blasted.
So you guys get the premise. So I'm going to fast forward to where I made my remark. From photos that were deemed inappropriate. We're going to play a fucking game about it. It's absolutely abusive. She doesn't deserve it. She didn't deserve it then. She doesn't deserve it now.
People's kids shouldn't be exposed.
They
Absolutely.
quickly said, like, I'm well known. I'm well known around here.
Okay.
I still don't know the username.
Let's go back, guys. Here we go.
Book your first cleaning today for only $19. I felt like I hated my apartment.
Me
but
too. I have a house though. Okay, so did I lose? I should have went to court TV. Look at there. Look at her. Doesn't she just look high?
The car that were, and one was unrestrained.
Is that just from crying so much?
No. You were hiding the fact that you did not have Harmony restrained in the back seat at the time of the accident.
Yes.
And then
They had a car
Adam
accident?
had his license at that time, right?
I don't remember if he lost it then or not.
Okay. Well, he was able to drive away from there after the police officer talked to you all, right?
Yes.
So he probably had his license, right?
Probably, yes.
Okay. And Tabitha Scott, your friend that was in the car at the time of the accident, she was a friend, right? And she really liked Harmony, right?
Yes.
She would play with Harmony, right?
Yes.
And sometimes play dress up and stuff like that with her, right?
No, but okay. I don't remember that happening.
Okay. Remember taking photographs and like photoshopping them to put stuff on them and stuff like that in
Yes.
photographs? Okay. And Tabitha was somebody that you would have babysit the kids sometimes.
Yes.
And sometimes it would just be Harmony and you would take the 2 boys with you, or sometimes you might do all 3.
Yes.
And your accident on the 29th, do you recall that being in the afternoon?
I don't remember.
Okay. And do you recall if you went to your mom's before or after that?
I think I went to my mom's later that night.
Okay. And Harmony did not have black eyes when you went to your mom's.
Oh
right?
my
So she
God.
did not have black eyes when she was in that accident.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Now,
And nobody noticed this earlier,
December
prior.
1st.
If the little girl had black and blue
That was an
face,
accident on the
why
29th.
wasn't
And
it
you made
reported?
a lie about November 30th.
Why
What
did
you
it
actually
take
do
so
on November
long?
30th?
I don't remember.
Okay. About December 1. Do you know what you did that day?
No.
Do you know where you stayed?
In the car?
Do you know where the car was?
No.
Was it at Colonial Village?
I remember that's where we would normally park and sleep in the car.
Okay.
Well, you should have been doing a lot
Said
more,
that,
lady.
Anthony Bodero, and am I pronouncing that right? Bodero?
Yes.
Okay. That he would come down to the car while you were in the parking lot.
Yes.
And I think that you said that he would give you drugs.
Yes.
And that he would see Harmony during that less than 2 week period that you were in the car.
Yes.
And that when he would come down, she would wave to him.
Yes.
And he would wave back.
Yes.
And Harmony was not under a cover when she would wave to Anthony Bodero.
No.
And she was not hidden from public view or
So
Terrace
gross.
view when he would come down.
Hold on.
No.
And I think that you said that he might come, maybe not every day, but pretty frequently.
Yes.
Accident outside of the clinic after the accident on November 29.
Yes.
And that was
There you go, guys.
what?
Now we're back to
during
the
a time that you
video.
and Adam had been going to the clinic, right?
Yes.
And the kids were not with you at that time.
She just looks
I don't
high.
remember if they were there or not.
Okay. So it is.
Maybe she's on her medication
and
in
you said
jail.
reviewing the accident
Because I
report
know
would not
she's
refresh your
in jail
recollection.
still.
Or would it? I don't remember. If I gave you the accident report, do you think it might refresh your recollection?
I will try and remember.
I've got a 1, 2, 3, 4-page document, and I've actually highlighted the date on the first page just because there's so much information. But do you think if you review the accident report, it might refresh your recollection that your kids were not in the car?
I remember the accident, but I don't remember if the kids were in the car or not.
Okay.
Even looking at this, I don't remember. I just remember we were in an accident outside the clinic.
She's such a liar.
And I think we talked about that a little bit on Friday, that the police asked you about that as well
Yes.
during your interview, right?
Yes.
And that you said that maybe Tabitha or maybe your mom was babysitting the kids.
Yes.
So if you were in the accident and the kids were not with you, they would have been with somebody that you trusted to babysit them.
Yes.
Harmony would not have been hidden from whoever that babysitter was.
No.
Harmony would not have been hidden from public view.
No.
Harmony would not have been hidden under a blanket.
No.
Now, do you recall it snowing at all while you were staying at the Colonial Village parking lot?
I know that there was snow on and off.
Okay. There was actually a bit of a storm. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Okay. And that was when you were parked at Colonial Village.
Yes.
And did you go inside to the Bodero's residence during that storm?
I don't remember going in there.
Okay. Did you ever take the children into Mr. Bodero's residence to brush their teeth or to clean them up or anything like that?
I remember bringing the kids up to his apartment, but I don't remember when that was.
Okay. So let's talk about living in the car.
God, she's such a
You got
liar.
a couple of boys that are quite young.
Yes.
One is about 11 months,
Yes.
and your other son was 2.5-ish.
Yes.
And they can only stay in the same position one time for a certain amount of time, right?
Right.
And then they start getting pretty rambunctious, right? And fussy.
Yes.
And Declan, if he gets fussy, will cry,
Yes.
and that'll make Seamus cry.
I don't remember that.
Okay. And Harmony, also, maybe not as rambunctious, but would get pretty fussy about being in the car for a long time, right?
Yes.
And so you would try and find ways to.
It's so hard to
and one of the
believe her
ways that you entertain
testimony,
them was
guys.
to go to a public place like maybe the mall, just
Like,
to keep them walking around.
Out of
inside.
all these people, nobody's seen this happening, and nobody tried to do anything, it
Walking- you
seems
and Adam
like.
were walking around with the kids.
Like, nobody wanted to do anything, but
One of the ways that you would entertain
Get
them
high,
was to take them to places like
worry about
Walmart
going to
when
a
you were shopping for more
clinic.
food.
I don't remember going there.
Okay. What were the ways that you entertained them?
I don't remember what we did with them.
oh my god, you don't remember what you did with your own kids?
But you didn't have the children in the car 24/7, right?
I don't remember.
Oh my god. I don't
Did
remember,
you
I don't
play or
remember.
take them to walk on those balance beams and stuff on that little play center at the back of the parking lot at Colonial?
I don't remember.
Okay. Let's talk about the food that you had. You would eat things like tortilla wraps,
Yeah, we had tortilla wraps.
bananas,
Yes.
peanut butter,
Yes.
apples,
I don't remember apples.
baby food,
Yes.
cereal,
Yes.
formula.
Yes.
And if you had cereal, you had milk.
I don't remember keeping milk in the car like that, but
Okay.
possibly.
So if you had baby cereal, Seamus would just eat it dry.
Yes.
And what was Seamus eating?
Shameless. What
He
the
was
fuck
doing
kind of
mix
name is that?
fake food and real food.
Yes.
Okay. And sometimes you'd feed him your food,
Yes.
little bits, right?
Yes.
And you'd have to make sure that he took it and put it in his mouth, right?
Yes.
Instead of dropping it on the car floor.
Yes.
And Declan had formula. Did he also
Baby food.
baby food?
Yes.
How about the cereal?
No.
So you would have to turn around and feed Declan in the back seat, or would you put him on your lap and feed him in the front seat?
I'd turn his car seat around so that he'd be facing that direction so I could feed him.
Okay. And
This lady makes me just
when
irk.
Declan or Seamus would go to the bathroom in the car, they would be going to the bathroom in diapers, right?
Yes.
And Declan, his diapers didn't smell too much, right? Because he was still just a baby.
I don't remember.
Okay. But Seamus's diapers would smell, right?
Yes.
And so Seamus and Declan are both going to the bathroom in the car in their diapers,
Yes.
and you would change them where?
In the car.
And all the time?
If we were just living in our car, yes.
And then you would throw the diapers in the dumpster?
Yes.
And certainly in Colonial Village, you had a dumpster nearby.
Yes.
And then you would try to clean them up more than just the wipes when you change their diapers, right?
I don't know if he wants
And that would
that
be in
or
public restrooms.
I don't remember going to public restrooms.
Where would you clean them more than just wipes?
I don't remember.
But you remember that you would.
I remember cleaning them with wipes.
She don't remember taking her kids to clean them. She don't remember none of that, you guys.
So you talked about going to your mother's on the 29th of November. Is that the last time that they got a thorough cleaning?
I don't remember.
Okay. Well, you wouldn't do that to your kids, right?
I wouldn't, but if I was stuck in the situation I was stuck in, then yeah.
Okay.
No.
You
I
had your
stayed
own
with
hygiene
Adam and I
to work
took
on
care of
car,
those
right?
damn kids.
And
I protected
think that you
them.
said on direct that you would ask Harmony to come with you, and sometimes she wouldn't.
Right?
Sometimes she would.
I got beat.
And where would you go for your
So the
hygiene?
kids wouldn't.
If we ended up going to a gas station that had a bathroom.
Okay.
Marianne would
So,
just
One of the
cry.
places that you used to clean yourself
fought
and Harmony
back.
up was public restroom and a gas station.
Yes.
Perhaps convenience store.
Got my
Yes,
ass whipped a couple times, but I fought back, let me tell you.
So sometimes she would come out of the car with you and go into the convenience store, and you would clean her up, right?
Yes.
And she would not be under a blanket.
I always gave Adam a
And,
fight. Always.
Sometimes she didn't.
I never just let him hit me.
Right.
And if she had not gone to the bathroom for a long time, would you insist?
I would ask her.
Uh-huh. And she would say what?
She would say no, she doesn't have to use the bathroom.
Okay. And if she hadn't gone to the bathroom for a day, would you insist that she go to the bathroom with you?
Yes.
And when you insisted, did she go with you?
No.
Okay. Okay. Now,
This is, ooh.
you talked about sometimes Harmony would go to the bathroom in the car.
Yes.
Was she wearing underwear during that whole time?
Yes.
Where did you clean her underwear?
We didn't clean her underwear.
Okay. So and I think that you said it was urinating and defecating in the car.
Yes.
And I'll call it pee and poop. Okay.
Yes.
And so you said that she did both.
Yes.
And then, so suppose she peed in the car. What would you do to clean it up?
We would change her clothes.
Okay. What else?
That's it.
What?
Clean the car.
Wipe the seat. Yeah.
Okay. And would you clean the underwear that she was wearing?
No, they get put in a bag.
Okay. So you had like maybe 7 or 8 or 9 pair of underwear for her to wear?
I don't remember.
Okay. And you said we would clean her up. That would be you and Adam?
Yes.
And when she, how many sets of clothes did she have?
I don't remember.
Probably just a couple.
Yeah.
Do you know if you had more than a couple?
I don't remember.
Okay. But if she urinated in her pants, you would have to not only change her underpants, but also her...
Take it to the laundromat. Go to the laundromat.
And do you know if you had a bunch of leggings as well as a bunch of underpants to replace them?
I don't remember.
Okay.
Oh my God.
And then when she pooped, you would clean her?
Yes.
You would wipe her with the baby wipes?
Yes.
And then would you take her to a public restroom to get her more clean?
No.
Pardon?
I don't remember.
Sorry.
No, I don't remember.
Okay. So, and
I
you would-
can't tell if those are glasses on her head
that she was going through a difficult time
or
because of some
if
things in her
those
life.
are
And so
her
you would
sunglasses.
understand and tell her, Harmony, I know this is difficult, but you really have to tell us when you go to the bathroom.
Yes.
Before you go to the bathroom, right?
Yes.
Because, and you try to encourage, come
I
with
have
me.
the
We'll take
worst
care of it. We'll go to
migraine.
the bathroom, come with me, right?
Yes.
And, did you ever buy pull-ups for her when it became more than a one-time thing?
I don't remember.
Okay. Something you might have thought of, right?
I don't remember.
Okay. And, being cooped up in that car for so much time with the kids was a little bit difficult, right?
Yes.
And it was difficult for the kids too, right?
Yes.
So sometimes chaos would just erupt, right?
Yes.
Declan crying, Seamus crying, Harmony crying, right?
No. They weren't really. They never really cried that much.
Okay. But when
They
they
probably
cried,
were
it was
scared
their
to.
instinct, right?
Kind of. Yeah.
Okay. And it's like what's happening to one would go to the other and the other, and it would just be chaos, right?
Yes.
And how would you sue them?
I don't remember.
Now, you said that Badero didn't want you staying at the Colonial Village parking lot, right?
Right.
He was actually afraid somebody might notice, and he would
Yes.
get in trouble.
Yes.
But you also said that he came down daily or every other day or so to give you drugs.
Yes.
So he didn't want to come down and in public hand drugs over to a car that's squatting in a parking lot where it shouldn't be, right? He came down to meet with Adam.
Yes.
And Adam occasionally would drive him places because Adam had his license.
Right.
And he would drive Badero's car, and you would be there with the kids.
I don't remember that.
Okay. But he would have Adam driving him places.
I remember he did that when we were staying at the house. I don't remember him doing that when we lived in the car.
Okay.
And none of these people are in trouble. The drug dealer's not in
Badero
trouble.
Did you have money while you were in the car?
The other people aren't in trouble.
Okay. So you pretty much had to count your pennies when you bought more food and stuff like that?
Yes.
And you couldn't splurge.
Where are
because
charges
you were
against
strict, right?
those
Yes.
people?
But when Adam would meet up
Right?
with Mr. Badero, he would be able to get some drugs.
Yes.
And Anthony Badero was not giving him drugs for free.
No.
Right? Adam was doing Anthony some favors.
I don't remember that.
You know what he was doing? He was taking the drug dealer, because Adam had a license. I can relate to this. And he was taking drug runs. Adam was the driver. I don't see Midder. I thought Midnight was out there at the door. Yeah. That's what they were doing. I guarantee it. Guarantee-fucking-T-ing it. Rephrase.
So when Adam and Anthony got together, after a while, Adam would be able to come back with some drugs.
Midnight!
Not when we were living in the car.
Come here!
He was not giving out drugs for free, right? Overruled. Right?
Sometimes he would, sometimes he wouldn't.
Okay. And actually, on the day that your car died, and you described going to the clinic and coming out and going to Burger King and then going back to the parking lot, Adam asked you to go out to Anthony Badero's to get some drugs, right?
I don't remember.
Okay. And he asked you to do it because Anthony might front you a bag because he never says no, right?
Still have not heard from that lady. Wrong one.
And that he asked you to go to Badero's to get drugs that day because Badero would front you. Overruled. Cross-examination. You may proceed. Would front you a bag because he never says no to you, right?
That's not true.
Which part?
That he never says no to me.
Okay. But on that day, that's why Adam asked you to go out to Badero's to get some drugs.
I don't remember that day.
Okay. Overruled. I'm going to show you a copy of the transcript of the interview that you did with the police on the 23rd. And it's marked Defendant's Exhibit 2, D2, for ID. Did you say that? Could you just repeat the ID? Exhibit number D2 for ID. D2. Thank you. So now first round? Yes, you may. Okay. Now, we talked about your interview on June 23rd with police officer for the session, right?
Yes.
And that interview was recorded, right?
Yes.
And Detective Jack Levy was there?
Yes.
And Detective yes. And a U.S. Marshal was there?
Yes.
And an Assistant Attorney General was there?
Yes.
And your attorney was there?
Yes.
And you were there?
Yes.
And that was June 23rd.
Oh, I do want to say,
so you'll know
really
that's what I'm
quick
talking about, okay?
that,
Yes.
And the people that were present.
Yes.
And so I'm going to point
it
you
was
to
taken
page-
down in Team Rose's video, but I was,
like with anything that
I heard that,
sort of
what's her name is trying to say I have an extensive record. I don't have an extensive record. I have a few things on my record, but she said I have something for where I live at now. And she's totally wrong, because I don't have anything for here. Maybe in my hometown, but not here. So I just wanted to state that lie real quick that she had stated on Rose's that never got corrected, never got, nothing. I was just, Rose let her, and I love Rose to death. I really did love. I'm just so heartbroken and crushed and devastated. I I just, it bugs me and it hurts my heart to think that I came here to trust a few friends and to open up to them and let them know what was going on in my life, and people took that advantage and ran with it and made up all this lies. And
I remember saying that, but I still don't remember that happening. I don't remember that day. I don't remember that happening that specific day.
I'm going to unpack that a little bit, okay? And
I still think this lady should have more charges,
that you told the
or
police
even the
officers
same
and
amount of
everybody else was there
charges
on June
as
23rd, right?
Yes.
And on June 23rd,
her husband.
you were present to
Because they
let
are
them know,
married.
maybe
Which
the
I'm not
corrections
sure
company
how
had
they
heard and talk more about
got away
what
with
happened, back in December of
doing her
2019.
testimony against
And
him because
they
they're
wanted
married.
You knew they wanted you to talk about your memory, right?
Unless they're
They didn't
getting
want
a
you to make stuff up,
divorce.
right? And you had plenty of time to think about it, right?
Yes.
And to remember what happened, right?
Yes.
And some of the details that they were interested in, they sort of they talked about in June 3rd.
Yes.
And so are you saying that you didn't remember that day when you spoke to them on June 23rd? Or that you did remember it on June 23rd, but you've forgotten now?
I don't remember that specific thing
Uh-huh.
on that day. Like me actually going to see Tone and asking for a bag of drugs. I don't remember that.
But it is something that you told the police that day, right?
Right.
And that you and Adam
So
were
you're
in the car
lying on
and,
that part
you
then.
went up to Tones to get a bag of drugs. I knew that, Tone. But yeah,
She's
yeah.
getting frustrated.
So it was not me, but if I could make it for myself.
Her face expression just now. Now this one is on, this is,
Nobody should have to pay for spam call
oh,
protection.
fuck a duck.
That's why we made robot.
I lost it. That one was from like WMUR-TV. So we'll go check out, because it could be different who's on the stand now. But her testimony
You're not disagreeing that you did tell the police that. You
was
just
8
don't
hours
remember.
on, what, Friday?
Right.
And if you did tell the police that back in June of 2023, you would have been telling them, this is what I remember, right? So, you don't remember it today, but you told them that you went up to get approach? Oh, ask the answer?
Approach!
Go ahead. Drugs from your friend Tone Badero.
I don't remember that specific thing.
And she,
That day, because I've done it a lot.
I don't understand how the defense team
Okay,
can bring
but
up
you're not
the drug
disagreeing that you
dealer
told them that that's what
and
you did that day.
Right.
Okay.
she's
And,
drug dealer in trouble?
Tone sometimes will give you drugs for free,
Right.
but that's not what he normally does.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, there are her glasses. Now she's got them on her face.
And
Hi,
throughout
everybody.
the time that you were in the car,
Here, I'll show you.
This
This is, be prepared. This is, hi, Andrea.
to buy drugs from
This is the
Mr.
Kayla
Badero.
Montgomery.
Yes.
Well,
And
this
one
is
of the ways that he
Harmony.
did
This is
that
about
was to do
Harmony,
things
a
for
little
Mr. Badero.
girl who
Oh, we were living
was
in the
murdered.
Okay.
No body yet,
Um,
but she was beaten to death by her own father. I want to say this is in,
Now, there were
Massive-
a lot of people
it's in a cold area, I know that much.
parked at the Colonial Village parking lot, right?
Yes.
And it might not have a whole lot of
Let
people
me
during
see.
the day, but in the morning before work and in the afternoon after work, it was pretty full.
Yes.
And
Here you go, sweetheart, so you can see what
did
it's
not
about.
want to be noticed in the parking lot
Right.
because somebody
That's Harmony,
might
little Harmony.
tell on you and you'd have to leave.
Adam Montgomery,
Right.
which is wife and
you
husband.
wanted to be there close
She
to
was there when
Mr.
he
Badero's
did this
apartment.
shit. He hauled her body around
Yes.
with them when they went to After she was unalived, he carried her body with her
But
everywhere they went.
especially in the
They
morning,
lived in a car. They were
in the
homeless.
afternoon when
He
people
took
were moving
Harmony
around more,
when she was
before work and
unalive
coming
with
home
him
from
to work.
You wanted the kids pretty quiet.
So it's very, very sad. It's a horrible,
If they were
horrible
quiet.
story.
I don't remember. Well, you didn't.
We're supposed to
want your
love our children
screaming in the car,
and do
right?
whatever we can for our children, right?
You wouldn't want that cascade of chaos where Declan might cry and then everybody.
And thank
starts
you
crying.
and welcome to the Truth
It's not a
Seeker.
normal thing that would happen. And you
We
wouldn't
do a
want
lot
it
of
to
true
happen,
crime,
right?
domestic violence.
You would want
And
them,
since I can
especially
relate
during
to
that time
domestic
period,
violence and being
to be
scared,
pretty
being
quiet so
terrified,
nobody notices.
fighting for my life, it's
I don't remember
crazy
that.
because his name was Adam, and this is a case. I hate the name Adam.
Almost every morning, you went to the clinic in the morning.
Yes.
Maybe you missed one, but certainly not. It was a regular daily thing, right?
Right.
You would get up and you would leave the parking lot, go to the clinic, get your dosage.
How,
and then go
if they're
off
getting
somewhere
their
else.
dosages, how are they going to the
Might go
clinic
Burger
if they're
King.
still doing drugs on the streets?
Yes.
Might
My
go to a
clinic
gas
would have kicked
station.
me out
Yes.
after
Might
the
go
third. You
to
get
some other
three.
place and use the
3 tries.
facilities and restroom.
You get 3 tries
I don't
at
remember
this
that.
one clinic that I go to.
Okay, if you went to a gas station, you would use the facilities, right?
Right, but never mind.
Okay. There were other places that you went besides a gas station and Burger King, right?
Right.
Okay. And if
I can't
facilities
stand this
were
lady.
available to use, you would take the opportunity to take the kids out and clean them up.
Yes.
Okay. And if Harmony had messed her clothes, would you hand wash the clothes?
Overruled.
No.
So she never washed her clothes?
We'd change her clothes.
Okay. But if she peed in her pants, her clothes would still smell like urine.
Uh-huh.
And if she did it a lot, you had a limited amount of clothes, right?
Right.
And if she pooped her pants,
That's so sad.
you'd also have to remove the clothes and change them with something else.
Right.
And you didn't have 2 weeks worth of clothes for Harmony.
No.
As a matter of fact, you described what Harmony was wearing, and it was pretty much the same thing the whole time, right?
No.
The leggings that you remembered that she was wearing?
Right.
You guys, this little
Those were
girl
the
had
leggings
no
that she was
clothes
wearing
to
when she
wear.
left the house.
No.
Okay.
And the reason why I'm mostly doing this case is because I can
was
relate.
talking about money that
My
Adam
abuser's
would
name
find
was
ways
Adam.
To get some money. You were not working.
Instead of
right?
him getting
Right.
instead of him beating the
And
kids,
you were not pulling
I
in any money, right?
took care
You were
of
watching the kids.
Marianne's kids. I
were
took
staying
care
in our
of
car.
playing with
And you
them,
were watching the
feeding
kids,
them,
right?
getting food for them.
Yeah.
And you were
Um,
not working.
No.
And you talked on direct
when Adam would
when you
try
were
to
being
beat the kids,
questioned by the state,
I took
and you
it.
said that you had confessed to your
Marianne
crime of
would
theft
get
at Dunkin' Donuts,
beat
right?
up on and hit on,
And
but
you
she
said
would
that you
cry
were
and
taking
whine and
responsibility
be
for that
all boo
crime,
hoo hoo.
right? Well, you actually got caught.
And I
in
knew
that
I had to
theft,
be the
right?
fighter. I had to be the
Yes.
aggressive. I had to
And,
fight back, and I did. That's why I can't
you were
figure
given
out
an option
why
of
she
writing a
just
confession
backed down.
and reaching a restitution agreement, or the police would be called.
Yes.
And so
I know, baby.
accepting responsibility was taking the lesser way
But look
out
at
of
this
the
little girl,
problem
guys.
so that you wouldn't get a theft charge.
They still have not found her body.
And,
But
reached an agreement
there was,
to
you
get
know,
out of
evidence
criminal
in
charges.
the
Okay. you were held
ceiling of where
responsible
he
for
used to
that
keep
crime.
her at when
For
he
that crime, right?
when him and Kayla
Just in a
lived
different
in
way.
the homeless shelter with the kids. They would store Harmony up in the ceiling, and that's how they had found impression of her body, the lime residue. So I'm sure the forensic evidence is there no matter what,
By the way,
without
when you used
Harmony's little body.
drugs in the car,
But
you wouldn't use them all. You would
he
sort
now
of
Adam
spread out
pled
the usage
guilty
as much as you
to
could.
2 of the charges so far. So
And,
this is the one he's going for murder, I do
So
believe.
you may not get that as good of a feeling as you would get if you had more money and a better situation, right?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Doing
they
the
got
drugs
paid
eased,
for 6 months of welfare status
Life worries.
stuff, like, food stamps, money,
Not really.
possibly child
because life
support.
is still intruded
um,
even while you were using the drugs, right?
So they
Yes.
both
And
received
especially
both
if the
of that
kids were fussy
while
and everything, you couldn't just
Harmony
sit back and relax
was
with
no
the drugs.
longer
You still
alive,
had to pay
guys.
attention to the kids.
Right.
And if they were crying, you still had to soothe the kids.
Yes.
And if they needed changing or Seamus,
It's so
Peter pooped in
sad.
the car, or Harmony Peter pooped in the car, you couldn't just sit back and relax. You had to do something.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so we heard that part. Let's go click on what's live here. We're going to go to Court TV. So shout out to Court TV because they're live there. So oh, look at her all laid back out. Oops, let me go down a little bit here. She's all chillaxed, like, oh, I'm just here for fun. Make sure you guys hit that like button for me, okay? Truth Seeker, please make sure you guys hit the like. Give me a sub. Because I have to use this as my hustle on the side here, so.
So we discussed timing with the Colonial at 7, and then the breakdown late morning, right?
Yes.
So you were at the Colonial for a few hours.
Could you imagine having to see all the evidence, though?
We were at the clinic at 7.
And then Burger King, and then the Colonial.
Yes.
And so you were at the Colonial parking lot for a few hours or a couple of hours before you left for wherever it was you were going.
I don't think we were there that long.
Well, this just started 26 minutes
Do you recall
ago.
the tow truck driver, do you recall going
But I
back
do want to
to
go and
the
check.
intersection and the tow truck driver was there?
You're talking about after the car broke down?
Uh-huh.
Yes, I remember when we got brought back.
Okay. And that was like after 12:30 or so, right?
Yeah. Something like that.
And how long did it take you to walk to Mr. Vadero's from the car?
I don't know, it felt like
Forever.
a long time. I don't remember how long.
I used to walk all over God's creation when I lived with Numbnuts and Marianne. I was the one that had to walk everywhere. I remember getting into a car accident when we lived up there, and this car with 2 young kids.
So,
they were all
let's see.
Mexican, and I was hysterical because we just got hit in the middle of a
In
big
that time
section.
that
I had
you
to
were
pull
in
over
the
at a gas
Colonial
station.
Parking area.
The adults that were in the car,
Car
none of them
breaking
spoke a
down.
lick of English.
Harmony
The kids
was
had
in
to
the
speak.
car.
I had to ask questions to the kid. I had to be, calm and not panicky. The cops came and stuff. And then the two people that didn't, I felt so bad because this has happened right before Christmas. And I had no idea that two of the adults were here illegally.
Sorry.
So when the
Harmony
cops
was
did come to do the
on the
accident
7th.
review and shit,
Between your 7 o'clock
the two
session
guys
at the
decided
dosage at the clinic to Burger
I don't know
King,
why
to
they
the parking
ran
lot,
at the
to
worst time, but they
using
ran and they got
drugs,
deported,
to
and I felt
late
so
morning
bad because it was
driving
right before
away.
Christmas.
Harmony
It was
was
actually, I
dead in
think,
the
like
car,
2 weeks
right?
before Christmas,
Not
and
throughout that whole time.
Pardon?
Not throughout the whole time.
they had got deported, which was so sad because it was right before Christmas. The car was really bad. My car was completely totaled. I mean, it was bad. And I had a little green Taurus. It was just a little beater car that got me to point A to point B. It was a good car for a while, but
She was actually in the trunk of the car, right?
oh my God! See, they carried this little girl everywhere.
Were you and Adam planning or trying to figure out what you could do with Harmony because she had died?
No, that didn't happen yet.
Okay. So, somewhere important you had to go with Harmony in...
Whole time.
Listen,
She was
watch her.
actually in the trunk of the car, right? Were you and Adam planning or trying to figure out what you could do with Harmony because she had died?
No, that didn't happen yet.
Okay. So, somewhere important you had to go with Harmony in the car.
She looks at the
and,
judge.
You break down at the intersection, right?
Let's go back.
I didn't have anywhere important to go.
Listen to that, you guys.
She was actually in the trunk of the car, right?
What?
Were you and Adam planning or trying to figure out what you could do with Harmony because she had died?
No, that didn't happen yet.
Okay. So, somewhere important you had to go
She looked at
with
the judge.
Harmony in the car. And, you break down at the intersection, right? The car
I didn't
does.
have anywhere important to go.
Okay. So,
Come
at
on.
the intersection, there's Webster and Elm Street, right?
Yes.
Elm Street is a big road, 4-lane.
Hi, baby.
Yes.
Hi,
4-lane in the
baby.
sense that it has
Come
turning
here.
lanes, right?
Yes.
And Webster is smaller, 2-lane.
Come here, Mr. Mitter.
It
Mitter.
was still 2 lanes where we were.
And then it
Midnight.
changes.
My
and so
handsome
you were on
boy.
Webster, getting ready to get onto...
Come on.
I don't remember which way we were going.
Mommy needs some loving.
I knew we were at the light.
Come on.
First car at the light.
So you don't know if you were in the 4-lane part
Come
or
on.
the 2-lane part of Elm Street or the 2-lane part of Webster?
We were right on Webster at the light.
Okay. And
He doesn't want to
the
come
light
up.
turns green and the car doesn't go.
Right.
And there are cars around you
Well, duh. If she's in the
Honking.
intersection, you dumbass.
looking at you.
They were just figuring out why the car was there. We had to keep telling them to drive around.
Okay. So you and Adam are sort of waving them around?
Yes.
Or you're waving them around?
I was
Hi.
driving them around to go around the car.
Okay. And Adam, I think you said got the duffel bag out of the trunk? Because the duffel bag was in the trunk, right?
Yes.
Harmony's body was in that duffel bag already.
Thank you for not messing up the show here.
You tell Adam, well, I
Hi.
think, Adam asked you what to do, right?
Yes.
This is a pretty bad situation, right?
Right.
With Harmony in the car like she was.
Yes.
And Adam asked you what to do.
Right.
And you tell him that you should.
Yes.
I love you, Mr. Midnight. Mr. Midnight. Oh, bless you. Him's got sick. Him's got a cold, huh? Tell everybody, say I got a cold. I'm sick. You got fur all over me, though. What did I do to the camera? Okay, good. Sorry, we're still here. Sorry, guys. That was Midnight. Welcome, Midnight, to the house. Midnight in the house. Made my nose itch, though. With his fur. This lady needs to be in so much trouble. And it makes me mad that she's not. She could just get away scot-free.
So you tell Adam that. Sustained.
Sustained.
Approach if you want to approach.
Okay, well, they're going to approach. I'm going to go tune in really quick.
Of speed that stirs the heart and soul to keep serenity.
Temu for a gift. Score this sharp multi-angle miter scissors for free at Temu. Adjustable from.
Okay, so now there is another one. And I don't care that these are so-called subs. These are subs that have been after me for years now. So the other one is Jane Cunt. Jane Cunt. Now, Jane Cunt was part of... Have you guys ever heard of the Menza channel? Miss Menza? I don't know what if you've heard of Miss Menza. Miss Menza is a channel that is built solely on hate and Shanann Watts. Shanann Watts, a murder victim, Shanann Watts. So Jane Cutt was part of that channel. Now there was this day when Heels was live, and I went into Heels chat. We got the ones dropping, thank you. We went into, I was watching Heels chat, I wasn't commenting, and I seen Jane Cutt make a comment that I get along with Senator because we're both from Pennsylvania. And I think it's a little creepy-ish how every time there's any discussion at all, whether it involves me or not, Jane Cunt finds a way to make it about me. So the fact that there's this random conversation going on,
says, "B-Tim, we become just like the person you hang out with. Never had I heard so funny F-bombs coming out of his mouth. He truly has become the mini version of Little Queen Bee."
So,
That's
Jane
funny.
had shared in that conversation something about herself, and I made some jabs about it. Thank you so much, KNS. Thank you. Oh, it's horrific against Shanann Watts.
That's sad. Shanann Watts was another murder victim who husband killed her kids. How can these people kill their kids?
Crazy. She is a fucking lunatic. You do, and you always have.
Definitely gonna have to watch this later.
Did she Narcos? Wow. But he comes out here using other people's content. She sure has some nerve, huh? So, well, keep it both ways. I think bring it what she just said about Jones, and there's another guy named Glenn, and she contacted the California State Board to have Glenn, removed
That's crazy.
from ever having that position again. Voices has threatened to call the IRS on me, claiming I don't pay my taxes, which is fucking ridiculous. So
This Voices lady seems evil too.
You agree that Voices goes pro life and is a piece of shit. Yeah, Chica. So that's another one, Genevieve. How about this? You guys tell me. I'll wait for your ones, and then I got another question for you. Using the system, despite her being broke, having been evicted, getting money from her subs, and being on disability. I also want proof that the couch was ever not delivered, that she got off the tragedy
This is somebody,
of the woman's missing daughter.
and I do
How many
like
of
Granny.
you
You guys
would
check
agree
out Granny's Watch, and
that
she did stick up for me
making a
as well.
title that DV should not be content is making DV content? Put it 2.
But domestic violence needs to be talked
Police
about.
officer's phone number and told everyone to answer Brian. I did not know that. Brooke, do you have proof of that? Hey, Mac. So, Flo Mama.
I got proof that I was bullied over
a title of
fucking over
DV
some
should never
lady
be
named
content
Nick.
is making DV content.
That's all I'll
Right?
say.
Smile now, cry later. Welcome. Thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of making it content.
Sorry, I have to take a break a little bit from
DV
that
should never
case.
be content. And then going on to speak about the DV that is allegedly content is making DV content, right? Well,
It doesn't make
remember
any
that?
sense,
It's still
though.
on there, Brooke?
Domestic violence is not talked
Oh, yeah,
about
that was
enough.
horrific. And then Bragg, she got a couch from it.
We need to talk
Talked about the
more
insane amount of miles on her vehicle.
about the violence, the domestic violence that is happening.
Well, she's also weaponizing that Jones smokes weed, but her own best friend told me that she drives to a neighboring state to cut weed because it's illegal in her state. You see how people can do that? Again, Catherine, I know. So that's the other thing. Good old Metro over there that keeps saying I called her. I said she was lacking a chromosome. I didn't say that about you. I didn't. It's like saying Summer Walsh shouldn't be content as title, right? Thank you so much. Now we gotta play.
That's
She
funny.
did say that. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Well, remember, she was a 911 first responder, too. Yeah. Voices is fucking disgusting, man. She's just absolutely disgusting. And I'm rather certain it was Voices that got in Queen's head and said, oh, Granny's over there trashing you and da-da-da. And then we got, allegedly, which I almost finished my masterpiece. It is debuting soon. I know people think that it's not happening. I'm making it up. No, I've just been working on a very dedicated video. The first I've ever done of this type is going to be so well done, in my opinion, but I'm biased because I'm the creator. But Brittany, I haven't forgotten about you or the vile things you were over there saying about me constantly. So I saw you mention, when Kathy mentioned that she received a threatening email against her children, I saw you mention that others have used your children. Well, I call bullshit, because when you say that, you're referring to me, and I think that's absolute bullshit.
Yeah.
But you, on the other hand, you have absolutely sat on panels where the most horrific things
People are doing
mothers.
crazy as shit out here right now.
You're not done. Instead of Voice trying to do better, tells everyone just let her
Instead
her
of
speech is over.
working on
Yeah, I want that excuse
cases,
fixed. So I have
people
mental
rather
health
be
issues. I'm
fighting.
an
When I
addict,
first came
and,
to
I
YouTube,
want
I
you all
thought
just to meet me where
people
I'm
were
at.
going to build each
Don't hold
other
against me
up, help
anything
people
I've
grow
done,
their channels,
because I've
help
mental health
people,
issues.
do
She sure
this, this,
does.
and that, teach them things about
She sure
YouTube.
does.
Never in my life would I
She just jumped the gun without actually knowing
would
what
see
was
all
said by
this,
you, which was nothing
you
bad
know.
at all. Yeah, I know she can. She's everywhere bringing me up.
It's
Have
crazy.
you ever showed your community how you did receive your pay for Christmas? Or that little scame's just brushed under? Matter of fact, I found something interesting the other day. So, for those who are unaware, Brittany's constantly asking for money on her streams. She actually, whatever. But around the time that she was asking for money from her
See, I don't
community,
do that.
She also was allegedly pitching in to donate.
I mean, I'm not
towards
even
another cause.
monetized yet.
I
I'm
don't
just
know
a
about
little
you,
ass
I think
channel.
donating and helping people is a great thing to do. But not when you're out here asking your audience for their money to help you, and then behind the scenes you're giving supposedly money away. That sounds really weird.
Mm-hmm.
The 2K for Ryan Upchurch, she lied about that. We got that. I think that is tragedy pimping. When you get 2K, allegedly off of supposed advocacy work that you don't do, and then you turn around and brag to people that you gave 10% away to another creator, you bought a new TV, you got your core fixed, la-di-da. I know, cats and kittens. I've received proof that she was telling people not to fuck with me.
That's just
I agree,
crazy.
Generally, and I agree, Laura. Why even care? I don't care. I just want the people who are unaware of who the people are that are lining up for this epic panel to be aware of the people that are lining up. A lady that makes a fake eulogy 24 hours after
I like
another
her
woman's
little
child dies.
thing.
The master abuser of women. If you just...
All right, let's go back to the court case.
A woman that's crying, I said she was mentally stunted.
Actually, I do want to show you guys this.
But, openly calling other people the R word.
If you guys like dance videos and you guys are into dance videos or people who do like Swing Coast, you have to check out, her name is Mackenzie.
Yeah, I didn't even, we did it.
And she is by far an amazing dancer, line dancer, swing dancer, everything.
I do think beats him yelling at me in a very aggressive tone
was awesome. Cool. Not to Granny's, but...
Go back home because they're going to be overwhelmed. Oh, let me show you this other one who's always in an anti-Granny comment section.
Hold on, guys. Let me find it.
Let me show you what this woman's problem with me is.
She is... by far...
saying I'm such a...
Okay, so I'm probably gonna get dinged, but look at this. This is what I usually do in the morning. I get up and I watch happy stuff before I go in. Look at this. That dog is too cute. And then you have to watch okay, it's not there. So let me see here. This girl right here, she is amazing. I love her. Her name is Mackenzie. She's amazing, you guys. Like, I love watching happy stuff. I love this part coming up. Wait for it. I love that one. But her name is Mackenzie. Let me click on her page. This is the video I love the most. Now, they won first place in this. There's that one, and then this is part 2 of it. But there's the whole video on competition, and she's amazing. And her face expressions, I love it. I love that move. That was like so incredible sync, like how she did the turn as he was pressing on her hip. Yeah. They won first place. I'm so happy for them. Now, mind you, these are all dancers. I love this part. Now, mind you, when they dance, they're doing like this. Like, see, watch this one. This is one of her good ones. Now, mind you, these are improvised dance, West Coast swing. Improvised, and like they don't know who they're gonna dance with when they first get. They don't know the song. They don't know anything like that. It's just all spontaneous. She's amazing. I love her. I love this one because she has a great support team here. Get it, Miss Ma'am. I love her friends. She's got really good dance moves. This is what you call dance, not that other shit. I used to do ballet and stuff, and tap dancing was my favorite. See, she's good. I mean, like, it's just all different dance people that you go and she does these competitions. There's a bunch of people that I do really like, but I have to say Mackenzie is my favorite. She is hands down she's my favorite. Then it goes Emily, which is another one of her friends. I mean, she's even dancing with the famous Leo. He's really good. Excuse me. Where is... So she does really good. I don't think I've seen this one. I love her. She's so good. I like this one too. Woo! She did a damn thing there. So,
Mommy, let's see her.
hi.
He's like, I want to kiss her.
Hi. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Hi. Hi, big boy. Hi. Hi. You stinky like you was outside. Don't be mean. Don't. You'll get down. You don't do that. Feisty boy. What? Okay, quit licking me though. Come on. Anywho, guys, let's get back into this for a while. Hey, husband, could you bring me up a green tea? Yeah. Thank you. I'm letting Scoop back out. Okay, let's go back to doing this case. Now, this one's a good one too, but this is one of her friends. Oh, let me see here. All of her friends are good too. Like, I like her. That's Megan. I don't know her name. Tara. Tara's good too. But Mackenzie has a lot. Like, I like this one too. And they never know who they're dancing with at all. They never know
Here,
who they
Scoop was
dance
trying
with.
to carry it up
Thank
to
you. They never know who they're dancing with. She does so good. So if you guys want to watch her, it's Mackenzie. And she has a lot. You guys, please go check her out because you will want to watch her every single day. You guys will want to watch these all the time. Now, she is famous for her twist, I think. I think it's her... Just watch. I love her. I like her. I love her. She's amazing. This one's my favorite too. I can see Peppercut Tina doing some of this. I want to. I want to find out where I could go and do some of these West Coast swings because this is her good one. See, their line dancing is in. She's got a body. I love her. Okay, so let's go back to the court. But you guys need to go check Mackenzie out because, like I said, she's amazing. There's somebody else I do want to shout out, only because I love watching her too. Let me see if I can find him. I watched him earlier. I don't know if it doesn't say. Maybe it's in my shorts. Oh, that's where everybody's at, is over at Dolly's. And Queens is live. Let's talk about it, she says. I'm missing all this good stuff because we're online, so I'm saving certain shit to the headstones. Okay. I think that Kayla girl is highly over medicated. Alright, let's go back to the court because it looks like something might be happening. I will show you guys the other ones that I like as well for dancing. Okay, let me go back to court TV here. I really wanted to show you guys, what's her name? I really wanted to show, I think her name is Felicia. She's really good too. So far, I don't see it in these shorts. Alright, so let's go back to court TV.
And from the bathroom, where did it go?
To the closet.
In what?
Trash bag.
Okay. And then what?
CMC bag.
Okay, so it went from the bathroom into a trash bag, one of those big black things?
Yes.
And from there, it goes into the closet. For how long?
I don't know, a day or two.
Okay. And there, the trash bag and Harmony's body goes in the CMC bag?
Yes.
Okay. And I think you identified Exhibit 85 as pretty much a duplicate of the bag that you got when you from
She
CMC,
just
right?
looks so high.
And this is a bag that's given when you give birth at CMC, right?
Yes.
And it's for diapers and carrying things around for your children, right?
Yes, diaper bag.
Pardon?
Diaper bag.
Okay. And
Bullshit.
from the CMC bag,
Fucking
with the trash
bullshit
bag
that they
and-
did this.
Harmony's body,
Yes.
where does it go?
To Portland Pie.
Okay.
Ew, Portland. Oh shit.
Okay. And then where?
To Union Street.
How?
In a tote.
Okay. From where to where did it go to Union Street? Where did it get in the tote?
From the shelter.
So how did the CMC bag get back to the shelter?
It came back from Adam's work.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
Who brought it back?
Adam,
Okay, who brought it to Portland Pie?
I did.
Okay. So,
So you're
are
telling
you saying
me
that it's in the CMC?
he kept.
There's a body in a trash bag in the CMC bag in the tote
Not in the tote at the time.
when you go to Union.
When we go to Union, yes.
Okay. And
Sickening.
so you told okay.
This
So-
defense lawyer sucks.
You take the tote.
Look at her face. Hold on, let me back it up.
You take
Not in the tote at the
Watch.
time.
when you go to Union.
When we go to Union, yes.
Okay. And
Watch her face, you guys.
so you told okay.
Like she's
So
annoyed.
you take the tote. You take the CMC bag, but not the tote, to Portland Pie. Not the plastic, right?
I'm confused.
So am I. I'll back up. Sorry. To reorient ourselves, at some point, you say that Adam takes the body down from the ceiling tiles.
Yes.
And
The
it's
body down from the
because
ceiling tiles.
there's a smell.
Yes.
And it's because other people in FIT are concerned about the smell.
Yes.
And you all are concerned that somebody might be checking the place to find out about the smell.
Yes.
Because you've heard the complaints
Yes.
and you're scared.
Yes.
And I think you said Adam takes the Harmony's body down into the bathroom
Yes.
and takes her body out of the duffel bag
Yes.
and puts her body in a trash bag
Yes.
and puts the trash bag in the closet.
In the CMC bag in the closet.
Okay. So from the bathroom, is her body put in the CMC bag?
In the trash bag. The trash bag's in the CMC bag.
And that all happens in the bathroom.
Yes.
And then,
Can you say sickening, you guys? This is bullshit.
said, I believe on direct, that Adam tells you to take the CMC bag to Portland Pie.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
He had asked me to bring her body in the CMC bag to his work at Portland Pie
When?
while we were at the shelter.
Was it right after you say that he put the body in the CMC bag?
Yes.
So, like the next day?
I don't remember if it was the next day or a couple of days.
Okay. And where was he when he did this? Was he in the shelter with you saying, bring this body to me?
Yes.
So he's
Oh
in
my
the shelter
God.
with you and at some point goes to work
Yes.
and has told you to bring this CMC bag to work.
What the fuck?
Why didn't he just take the CMC bag?
I don't know.
Okay. So you have
To transport it to, so
two
she
kids.
should be in trouble.
And a stroller, right? And so tell me about those arrangements, getting the seat, and you take the seat, all of that to Portland Pie.
Yes.
Tell me about how you did that.
It was a double stroller. So I had one kid in the front, and there's a basket underneath, and I put the CMC bag in the basket, and then the other kid was on the other side, on the other seat.
Okay. So you take the CMC bag out of the closet and put it on the stroller?
Yes.
And is that inside fit or outside fit that you loaded on the stroller?
Inside.
And then you get your kids arranged
Yes.
as well inside.
Yes.
And then you walk down the street, and I think you said it took about 15 minutes or so.
Yes.
And you are walking with your children and the body of Harmony in a CMC bag.
And you're
to
telling me
Portland
all
Pie.
she got was perjury charges?
And why? Why was it going there? Did you know?
He asked me to do it.
Okay. You didn't say anything, ask
But
him
she
why or
is the
anything?
key witness
He
as
said
well.
he was doing it so that the smell wouldn't be at the shelter.
Okay. Did you tell him he should take it with him?
No, he called me when he was at work and told me to bring it.
Okay. So he didn't tell you to do that while he was at FIT.
He
You
was
said,
thinking about it, but I didn't think he was really going to do that.
okay. So he mentioned it at FIT, but
Bullshit.
then called you from Portland Pie and said,
This case makes me so
Okay.
pissed. I want it to come to fucking TV.
Then you have a place
Perjury
at Union
charges
Street,
is what she's
right?
facing, right?
Yes.
And,
No abuse of the courts,
somehow the
none of
body
that
has
shit. It's
returned
all.
to FIT
Yes.
before you moved to Union Street.
Yes.
And you don't know how.
I gotta have a hand
Adam
rest
brought it
here.
back.
Did you see him bring it back?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I don't remember if it came back. Yeah, because we had to bring it to the apartment.
Okay, and you brought it?
What time is it?
The
12:02.
CMC
Okay,
bag
at one
in
at
a
one-ish,
plastic
we gotta
storage
end because I do
container,
have to
Yes.
go do
And,
errands and go to work and
you
try to make some
went
money.
to the Union Avenue apartment, and again, you have a stroller with your two sons,
Yes.
and now it is a plastic container that is on the stroller.
Yes.
Okay.
Look,
And it wasn't a plastic container on the stroller when you went to Portland Pie.
No.
Okay.
gunmen. So much shit happening.
And when you got to Portland Pie, you and Adam put the body in a refrigerator?
It was his job,
Okay.
so he did.
That was his job. It was
His
to
job
handle.
was at Portland Pie.
Okay.
So he took the CMC bag inside, and he said he put it in the freezer.
I'm sorry. I meant to be asking about Union Street, and I know that I misstate sometimes. So
Oh
Union
my god,
Street,
this freaking defense lawyer.
you're on a second floor,
Yes.
and you sign the lease and everything like that, and Adam brings the body upstairs,
Yes.
and the CMC bag is put in the refrigerator.
It's in the tote.
Okay.
When we were walking to Union Street, the bag was in the tote. He brought the tote upstairs and put it in the closet.
Okay. And from the closet, it went to the refrigerator?
Yes.
Okay.
People are just sickening.
Earlier, before I was specifically going over
I don't want
your
to, like,
activities
show
that
too
fit.
much because, oh shit. Not me. Alright, let's go and see what. I think Queen is doing this too.
Right, and he was upset with the smell?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And I think actually, you say that the kids may not have been crying. I think that, did you tell the police that you thought the kids were sleeping?
Yeah, they didn't really mean.
Parenting tips when they stay live 14 hours a day. Yeah, well, you know, you never know you too threatening. How many
This
people has
shit
Hector
gets
threatened?
deep,
They
you
hid behind the
guys.
internet. I don't know who Hector is. Now he's doing some weird pulsating thing. Oh my. It was worse. Did you guys see him going nuts on a panel? It was crazy. Andrew's a hot mess express man, I'll tell you.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, do you remember that, Paloma? Where one by one people were allowed up to just make accusations against me? I don't recall proof being asked at that point either.
Can we discuss what happened to me? Can
Matter
we
of fact, one
discuss
person's still running
how
around saying I said things
I
that
went
I
up
didn't
to
say,
answer
but
questions
that's okay. That's what they do.
and
That's what they do.
misspoke about
But
a
I'm supposed to
year
correct misinformation
and
as it comes in, as if I know what's misinformation.
I misspoke about a year and everything was flipped upside fucking down. And none of that shit was true that they had stated, especially from what's her face. And like I said, she comes messing with me. I do have stuff to protect myself. So for her to say I have shit up here where I'm at, I don't. I have nothing here. And it's just like false lies. I do my own nails at home. I don't go to the nail salon. I didn't take a vacation in October. Cedar Point is my hometown. I grew up and raised there. Family and I go do that stuff. My brother's pass holders. So just trying to debunk some of the shit. I understand where Granny's coming from because Granny
Sure
gets a
enough,
lot of heat.
right?
And so does Jones, and I love
Andrew is
going.
so fucking
I love
worse.
going to Jones's.
I got one stream he deleted where he was screaming about his kids.
I do like Granny, but it's just I don't like to dip too much into the drama because now I already have my own drama going on from a friend trying to help a friend out,
Did he take the one down?
and things were twisted, picked apart. My addiction was brought up, of course, because I wanted it to, because a lot of people don't know about addiction.
He said,
Granny went through an addiction.
His
A lot of people go through an addiction. And it's not fair that was picked apart and lies were made up on me. And it's just not fair. It's not fair that people can run with a narrative and
good or bad, it works.
the lady just let her speak. That's what I'm devastated about. I trusted somebody, and instead of that person stopping the other person,
stance on everything, seeing things from different perspectives, like normal person makes you a bad person.
it's blown out. And
you know what's funny?
It's not fair. It's not fair because I try to get up there and clarify that when people have an addiction and they're trying to get out of what their hole what they dug themselves into,
fuck me.
And
I'm not here to. So if I got on here and I said fuck you Sinner, fuck you Emmy, fuck you Jonesin, Nunya, Deets, Chasen, how many good creators does she have problems with right now? Like actual creators, not like little dummy misfits that attack people's deceased children 24 hours later. I don't know. Anyway, this was so gross. Take a look at this.
I understand you're going through a loss.
I see what fucking now that people want to call me the scum and call me a scammer. This guy's your scammer. This guy.
Into those bad habits. Where do you think he'd get those bad habits from? Look at this guy. Hey, Snap Ginger. Hey, sweet Melissa.
Exactly.
Look at him.
Wrong path. I don't want that for my son. But hey.
He's so full of
You know,
shit.
I'm chalk it up to, oh, he's drunk, or, oh, this, that, blah, blah, blah. You don't mean it. Well, guess what? I do. I just want him to listen and do right.
Can anyone tell me how we go from like 50 nice degree weather to all of a sudden we're expecting a snowstorm tomorrow? Holy shit.
Right?
So this is Andrew. Andrew is the father of Hunter. Hunter
Mhm.
is the 15-year-old that was involved the last day.
From
was
Summer
seen
Wells.
Summer Wells. He was out at the swimming hole, swimming with Summer and Candace and everything. This guy took to YouTube to curse his son out and report him in hopes of having him, I assume, arrested. Thinking he was on probation and violated it by having a gun that his father knew about for a month but didn't report until he was angry at him. He threw his own son under the bus to claim that his son is the one that
and then called CPS.
All the money from the internet.
Or called his probation officer.
Sorry, cause any trouble for you. I appreciate you let me say my piece, and you certainly did speak up when I went too far. Don't apologize, Senator. I hosted an open panel. I didn't hear anything.
Alright, I'm going to write this comment and then I'm going to head back to the thing.
Polish, come take mine. It was getting nice out.
There's my wife.
Look at the filth around them. And the weird panda shit. Right. You never heard of this guy? I did another stream on him. It's really good. He's the thumbnail. You can check it out there. He's great. Oh, OG. I trained Nellie to go outside with me when I go out. And now she cries to go out, and I regret it. You woke up to snow? It's beautiful there.
I don't sleep.
Look at him on here getting sympathy. So I'm going to fast forward you on to a very crucial point where suddenly he now wants to go visit his son again. Hey, Leo. Oh, me too. I got to get back to it. He now wants to go visit his son again. Who remembers when creators came together to help him go to visit his son, and he didn't want the help? I know, Eric. Me neither.
You know, he has access to things.
He even went on
access to things he shouldn't. And at the end of the day, those things could give him life sentences.
You tried to have him in jail. You tried to get him thrown in jail. He also went on
Exactly. He did.
Ernie's panel, where he once again brought up that he wants and needs money to go visit his son.
And he's the scammer.
He's a generally well-rounded, logical-minded person, no bias. Thank you so much, Sophie, because I really have worked towards being that way, so I do appreciate that.
And it worries me, because with his mindset of losing a mom, he's not going to listen to those around him. He's not going to listen to anyone. He's just going to do. He ain't going to think about it. He's just going to do.
This guy.
He's going to ruin his whole life ahead of him. For what?
That's what he's doing again. Sings rock and all. He's doing the same thing.
All right, let's go back to the court case.
Valley offered to pick him up, drop him off. Right. He didn't want it. He wanted the...
Hi, I'm Kevin McCloskey,
Oh, shit, we got an
executive
ad.
editor of Concealed Carry Magazine, and I want to tell you about a free self-defense...
Okay. Oh. Let's go to this one. What we'll do is we'll back this train up. We'll see where we're at.
And Harmony is on the passenger side behind you.
Yes.
And Declan is under a year.
Yes.
And you got croissants. What were you feeding
It
Declan?
might be the other one.
Pieces of food.
Oh, Mike, let's go back to the other one. Because I can fast forward, I can rewind it where we were at. So...
You were asked if Badero said anything about Adam's bloody hand, right?
Not that day.
You break down at the intersection, right? The car
I didn't
does.
have anywhere important to go.
Okay. So
Okay, we were right
at the
there.
intersection, there's Webster and Elm Street, right?
Yes.
Elm Street is a big road, 4-lane.
Yes.
4-lane in the sense that it has turning lanes, right?
Yes.
And Webster is smaller, 2-lane.
Well, it was still 2 lanes where we were.
Yeah, and then it changes. And so you were on Webster, getting ready to get onto Elm Street.
I don't remember which way we were going. But I knew we were at the light. First car at the light.
So you don't know if you were in the 4-lane part or the 2-lane of Elm Street or the 2-lane part of Webster?
We were right on Webster at the light.
Okay. And the light turns green and the car doesn't go.
Right.
And there are cars around you,
Yes.
honking,
Yes.
looking at you.
No, they were just figuring out why the car was there. We had to keep telling them to drive around.
Okay. So you and Adam are sort of waving them around?
Yes.
Or you're waving them around?
I was waving them around to go around the car.
Okay. And Adam, I think you said, got the duffel bag out of the trunk?
Yes.
Because the duffel bag was in the trunk, right?
Yes.
And Harmony's body was in that duffel bag already.
No.
Ooh. You tell Adam, well, I think, Adam asked you what to do, right?
Yes.
This is a pretty bad situation, right?
Right.
With Harmony in the car like she was?
Yes.
And Adam asked you what to do.
Right.
And you tell him that you should... Yes.
Uh-oh. See, Kayla has to be very careful not to incriminate herself too much because she can't incriminate herself because she could probably get more charges, I want to say. So that's why they have to be very careful not to say too much about what she took part in, but she should have more charges than what she's got, just perjury.
So you tell Adam that... Sustained.
But then again, she's a big key testimony. Here we go with the approach and shit again. Come on.
And at that intersection, you all pack up and go to Padero's, right?
Right.
And that was your idea?
No.
It wasn't?
No.
I'm going to refer you to...
Well, remember, she lied in her first testimony when she first lied. She lied about a lot of shit. That's why she's getting perjury charges.
I'm going to show you a copy. And ask you again to review a portion of it, and I'm going to ask you a
Gosh.
question. And that is the area.
I got the worst headache, y'all.
Okay. And you told Adam
I'm
that you should go to
tired.
Padero's,
I
right?
asked him if we should.
Okay. So it was your idea.
Right.
Yeah. And you gathered, Adam grabbed a duffel bag from the trunk.
Yes.
You got your purse and stuff from the trunk.
No, my purse was not in the trunk.
Okay. So you got your purse and you got some stuff from the trunk. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. You got some diapers for the kids?
Yes.
And you couldn't take too much with you because you were working with all the kids to Mr. Badero's.
Right.
And you can't wait around for any kind of help because you have to get Harmony's body away from that car as soon as you can.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I want to talk to you about discovering that Harmony was dead. I think on direct you said that Adam opened the door and said something like, baby girl, wake up, or wake up, baby girl.
Yes.
And she wasn't moving.
Fucking.
Right. And that's when he popped open the trunk, you said.
The trunk wouldn't open.
It did eventually, though, right?
We moved the car seat out of the car so that he could move the seat to get into the trunk.
Okay. And Adam checked her breathing?
He was just trying to wake her and she wouldn't wake up.
Okay. Do you remember Adam saying that Adam put his hand over her heart?
No.
And so that didn't happen? You don't have a recollection of Adam putting his hand over her heart?
No, I don't.
Okay. But you did tell the police that in June of 23rd that he put his hand over her heart to check her?
He was checking her, but she wasn't waking up.
Okay. So he did put his hand over her heart to check her?
He tried waking her up. I don't remember the hand on the heart.
Okay. Do you remember telling the police on June of 2023 that he checked her breathing and like put his hand on her heart?
No.
Okay, I'm going to show you.
She said, let me show you.
Copy that same transcript, okay? And ask you to review that paragraph there, okay?
So, was she lying?
I still don't remember that, but I can see that I said that, but I don't remember it happening.
Okay. But what you told the police back in June of 2023, you were telling them as if it was a memory, right?
Right.
So either it wasn't a memory or that memory is gone.
I don't remember.
And you also checked Harmony, and she wasn't breathing.
Right.
You checked her neck and you checked her wrists.
Yeah.
And you were looking for a pulse.
Yeah.
Must have been panicking.
Yeah.
Did you do that before or after you were waving cars around?
After.
Okay. So, after you have checked Harmony, you're saying that you went to the back of the car and you're sort of waving cars around to get them around your car.
Yeah.
Okay. And how long did you do that?
Until we got the stuff out of the car that we needed to get out.
Okay, so are you doing that while Adam is getting stuff out of the car?
No, we're both on each side of the car, doing the same thing, trying to get stuff out.
Which side of the car were you on?
I don't remember.
Okay. And you claim that as these cars are going around and beeping and everything, that Adam put Harmony into a duffel bag.
Yes.
And the four of you walked to Colonial Village.
Right.
And nobody saw this and reported it.
Now, on direct, you said that you never saw Harmony bleed.
Yeah, I didn't.
Okay. Did you ever see blood on her?
Not that I remember.
Okay. And you told the police that while Adam was throwing stuff in the back and cleaning the car, that, you told the police that Adam was putting stuff in the bag and cleaning the car, right?
After.
After what?
After we got to Anthony's and he brought us back to the car to get stuff out.
Uh-huh.
And he cleaned it.
Okay. And you said that he cleaned the back seat because he had blood on his hands from hitting Harmony.
I don't remember.
Yes.
Stupid bench shit again. That's what I'm saying. I don't understand how in the hell she's only getting what she's getting. I am boggled by the fact of that.
You were asked what Adam was cleaning, and you said that the back seat because he had blood on his hands from hitting Harmony, right?
I don't remember that day of him doing that. I just remember cleaning the car after.
Okay.
So this is
I'm going to ask you the
this
questions,
defense
and then we'll
lawyer
do
is
some more.
trying to make
you said
it
that Harmony
where
had a
we
bloody
don't
nose, and he
believe
had blood
this
on his hands from
lady
hitting
at
her,
all.
and he was wiping the seat with a napkin, right? Overruled.
I don't remember it that day that she passed away that was happening.
Okay. And you were asked if Badero said anything about Adam's bloody hand, right?
Not that day.
Okay, I'll go through. And you said no, he had already cleaned up his hands because that event, the bloody nose thing, happened days before, right?
Right.
And you were asked more about whether Harmony had blood on her on her that day.
Right.
And you said you saw dried blood on her face, right?
Right.
And you said that that was the day the car broke down that you saw dried blood on her face.
Right.
Okay. So I'm going to go through the transcript and ask about some of those other things that you didn't remember and see if it refreshes your recollection.
She's annoyed. She's super annoyed, but so this defense lawyer is going to make it out so that a jury can't believe a damn word because she's already lied once for perjury. That's all she's getting out of being the witness because she's a witness. So she's going to get it. Just is fucking pathetic. The state should have never gave her immunity. Not a full immunity.
I'm going to show you. Again, it's that transcript from June 23rd. And ask you to review portions of that transcript. I'm going to show you 229 down to all of 229 and 230.
She's like, I didn't want to do all this. So, what do you think's going to happen to this woman? I think she should have the firing squad after her. Let's go to some of the comments. Let's see what people are saying in Court TV. She has put on some weight, so I think she's just highly medicated on medication there.
That help refresh your recollection? Yeah.
And I know she's going through party PTSD as well, but still, I hope she's suffering, kind of. I really do.
You did tell the police that Harmony had a bloody nose and had blood on it. He had blood on his hands.
Because she made little Harmony suffer when she
but that
didn't
happened
have to.
days before. Happened before she died.
She could have protected
But the
Harmony.
wiping was on when the tow truck driver was there?
Yeah, when we went back to
Just
the car.
like I protected kids.
I remember cleaning.
Okay. And it was for the blood that was on the car?
I don't remember what it was for. Adam just wanted to clean it.
Okay. But you recalled that you did see blood, you said, on Harmony's face, right? And it was that day, right?
Yes.
And where you saw Adam cleaning was around the area that Harmony was sitting, right?
Right.
And you said that Adam had blood on his face that day? I mean, on his fist that day?
Yeah, on his hand.
And that Harmony had blood on her face?
Dried blood, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Right.
Hold on, guys.
But not from days before. Are you saying she had dried blood from days before?
Yeah, she had dried blood on her face.
From days before?
Yeah.
So you guys didn't
And you
bathe
never
her?
cleaned her face for days?
No, you just kept her under the blanket.
Oh, my God. She's not making sense, though, right now.
Okay. Now, you said yesterday, Friday, that you and Adam had talked about what to do together. Is that right? Do you remember that? And that you sort of came together with the plan to say that Adam had taken Harmony to her mother's.
That's what Adam told me to say, yes.
Okay.
What's the matter, Scuba?
I am going to switch over now to when you go to fit. Okay?
Which time?
With Adam, Declan, and Seamus.
Okay.
And the body of Harmony.
Okay.
And so, Adam no longer had a car after December 7th, right?
Right.
And
Scuba?
he no longer had the freedom to drive wherever he wanted to, right?
Right.
And when he drove, there would be somebody else in the car, right? he would be driving someone else's car,
Freaking
right?
whining, that stuff
And
irks
sometimes
me.
he drove Badero's car.
Irks me
Okay.
when he
That
does
was
that.
way before.
Okay. And you still didn't have any money, right?
Right.
And from 2 days in Badero's car, you go to your mother's.
Right.
And I think you actually go to an aunt's or something, and from there, your mother comes over and gets you off.
Yes.
And you could only stay for a very limited time.
Yes.
She might get in trouble with her landlord.
Yes.
And so you were trying to get into the shelter.
Yes.
And you worked and applied and everything like that for the shelter.
Yes.
Would you walk over there to do that?
Yes, we did.
Okay. So you, Adam, and the kids would walk over to the shelter to apply for shelter there.
We walked to city welfare.
Okay. And would you, Adam, and the kids be in the office all together making the application?
When we filled out the application, yes.
Okay.
And then I saw the case manager. I don't remember if we were together or if it was just me.
Okay. Now, when you told the jury that it fit, you had taken the duffel bag from the ceiling.
They approach a lot. What's the matter, Scoob?
Didn't realize I said it. Adam took the duffel bag down from the ceiling, right?
Yes.
And Adam was the one that put the duffel bag in the ceiling in the first place, right?
Yes.
And you said that he took the duffel bag down from the ceiling and had it in the shower for hours.
Had it in the bathroom, yes.
Oh, was there a shower there?
Yes.
And did he have it in the shower for hours?
I don't remember.
Okay, okay. And from the bathroom, where did it go?
To the closet.
In what?
Trash bag.
Okay. And then what?
CMC bag.
Okay, so it went from the bathroom into a trash bag, one of those big black things?
Yes.
And from there, it goes into the closet? For how long?
I don't know, a day or two.
Okay. And there, the trash bag and Harmony's body goes in the CMC bag?
Yes.
Okay. And I think you identified Exhibit 85 as pretty much a duplicate of the bag that you got from CMC, right?
Yes.
And this is a bag that's given when you give birth at CMC, right?
Yes.
And it's for diapers and carrying things around for your children, right?
Yes, diaper bag.
Pardon?
Diaper bag.
Okay. And from the CMC bag with the trash bag and Harmony's body,
Yes.
where's it go?
To Portland Pie.
Okay. And then where?
To Union Street.
How?
In a tote.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Where did it, from where to where did it go to Union Street? Where did it get in the tote?
From the shelter.
So how did the CMC bag get back to
What
the shelter?
the fuck?
It came back from Adam's work.
Okay.
The shelter.
Who brought it back?
Adam.
Okay. Who brought it to Portland Pie?
I did.
Okay. So are you saying that it's in the CMC, there's a body in a trash bag in the CMC bag in the tote
Not in the tote at the time.
when you go to Union?
When we go to Union, yes.
Okay. And so you told
Meter, don't you go out there.
okay. So you take the tote, you take the CMC bag, but not the tote, to Portland Pie. Not the plastic, right?
I'm confused.
So am I. I'll back up. Sorry. To reorient ourselves, at some point, you say that Adam takes the body down from the ceiling tiles.
Yes.
And it's because there's a smell.
Yes.
And it's because other people in FIT are concerned about the smell.
Yes.
And you all are concerned that somebody might be checking the place to find out about the smell.
Yes.
Because you've heard the complaints.
Yes.
And you're scared.
Yes.
And I think you said Adam takes Harmony's body down into the bathroom
Yes.
and takes her body out of the duffel bag
Yes.
and puts her body in a trash bag
Yes.
and puts the trash bag in the closet.
In the CMC bag in the closet.
Okay. So from the bathroom is her body put in the CMC bag?
In the trash bag. The trash bag's in the CMC bag.
And that all happens in the bathroom.
Yes.
And then you said, I believe on direct, that Adam tells you to take the CMC bag to Portland Pie.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
He had asked me to bring her body in the CMC bag to his work at Portland Pie.
When?
While we were at the shelter.
Was it right after you say that he put the body in the CMC bag?
Yes.
So, like the next day?
I don't remember if it was the next day or a couple of days.
Okay. And where was he when he did this? Was he in the shelter with you saying, bring this body to me?
Yes.
So he's in the shelter with you and at some point goes to work?
Yes.
And has told
And
you
nobody
to bring
sees
the
this?
CMC bag to work?
If they
Why didn't
had
he
a
just take the CMC
smell
I don't know.
bag? Okay. So you have
in the shelter, you
tickets
wouldn't have think they would have
and a
called
stroller,
sooner.
And so tell me about those arrangements, getting this,
Then-
and you take all of that to Portland Pie.
Yes.
Tell me about how you did that.
Everybody.
So I had one.
Everybody in this case failed her. Everybody. The state failed. Everybody failed her. Failed her.
Get in the front, and there's a basket underneath, and I put the CMC bag in the basket, and then the other kid was on the other side, on the other seat.
Okay. So you take the CMC bag out of the closet and put it on the stroller?
Yes.
And is that inside fit or outside fit that you loaded on the stroller?
Inside.
And then you get your kids arranged
Yes.
as well, inside?
Yes.
And then you walk down the street, and I think you said it took about 15 minutes or so?
Yes.
And you are walking with your children and the body of Harmony in a CMC bag to Portland Pie.
Yes.
And why? Why was it going there? Did you know?
He asked me to do it.
Okay.
I got such a
You didn't say
headache.
anything, ask him why or anything?
He said he was doing it so that the smell wouldn't be at the shelter.
Okay. Did you tell him he should take it with him?
No, he called me when he was at work and told me to bring it.
Okay. So he didn't tell you to do that while he was at FIT.
He was just thinking about it, but I didn't think he was really going to do that.
Okay. So he mentioned it at FIT, but then calls you from Portland Pie and says, come on down.
Yes.
Okay. And then you have a place at Union Street, right?
Yes.
And somehow the body has returned to FIT
Yes.
before you moved to Union Street.
Yes.
And you don't know how.
Adam brought it back.
Did you see him bring it back?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I don't remember if it came back. Yeah, because we had to bring it to the apartment.
Okay, you brought it. The CMC bag in a plastic storage container, right?
Yes.
And you went to the Union Avenue apartment.
This
and again,
defense
you
lawyer
have
is making me
a
mad
stroller
because
with
it's
your
just,
children, two sons.
it's just,
And now it is a plastic container that is on the stroller.
Yes.
Okay. And it wasn't a plastic container on the stroller when you went to Portland Pie?
No.
Okay. And when you got to Portland Pie, you and Adam put the body in a refrigerator?
It was his job.
Okay.
oh my god, it's like a job.
That was his job. It was
His
to
job
handle.
was at Portland Pie.
Okay.
So he took the CMC bag inside, and he said he put it in the freezer.
I'm sorry, I meant to be asking about Union Street. and I
He
know that I
did
mistake
plead
sometimes.
guilty,
So
though,
Union Street, you're on a
to the abuse
second
of a
floor,
corpse.
and you signed the lease and everything like that, and
And there was
Adam brings the
another
body
one.
upstairs,
Yes.
and the CMC bag is put in the refrigerator.
It's in the tote.
Okay.
When we were walking to Union Street, the bag was in the tote. He brought the tote upstairs and put it in the closet.
Okay. And from
And
the
I
closet,
do
you went to
believe-
the refrigerator?
Yes.
Okay.
That he is not in the courtroom.
Earlier, before I was specifically going over your activities at FIT and Union and Portland Pie, I had talked to you about a conversation that you had with Detective Dunleavy after the June 3rd interview, right?
Yes.
And you said that you had gone up to him and said that you had forgotten to tell him during the June 3rd interview that you had taken the diaper bag from the freezer and walked with it in the stroller to meet Adam at the back of Portland Pie. But you
Right.
told Detective Dunleavy, right?
Right.
And that you said the bag was there for 1 to 2 weeks, and then it was brought back to the Union Street apartment, right?
Right.
Okay. A little bit different from what you've just described, right?
Right. But I remember bringing it to his job from the shelter.
The judge is like, counsel, you want to approach? Like, why? Do they have, I mean, like,
natural breaking points. It sounds like one of them. So we're gonna break for lunch. So I'm gonna ask you to come back in an hour. So come back at 1 o'clock, please. We'll start at hopefully at about 5 after. I remind you, don't discuss the case with each other or with anybody else. Do not do any independent research. Make sure all your banners and notifications are turned off on your phones. No independent research. All right. Thank you very much. We'll see you about 1 o'clock.
They gotta go to lunch, so.
You may step down. Council approach.
She put on some weight. Let's go, she's healthy, probably in there. Or it's either her medication. Sometimes a lot of psych medication, if she's got PTSD from going through all this. I don't understand how she doesn't. There's a lot of things that I don't understand how she could live with herself knowing that she didn't speak up all those times. Or even try to come up with an escape plan or runaway plan. And I think another thing is that they completely failed her by not letting the mom try to get the custody back. I know she did. Her reaching out to the mayor is the one that got all this shit exposed. And so if it wasn't for her reaching out to that mayor, and that mayor thinking, okay, hey, look, there's something gotta be wrong here, Kevin, the guy named Kevin, that was the uncle. But Darrow, I think, is the drug dealer. So you're telling me none of these people had the decency to find Harmony's mom and find out if Harmony was really like, these people could have done so much and they chose not to. Kayla can sit here on stand and lie and not protect those kids. She just chose to let herself get beat on. And there's only so much until I think we as women or men, they break. Like, we go through the abuse to a certain extent. And, domestic violence can be exposed. People can see the signs. People can help detect this. I mean, there were so many things that could have been detected here. Harmony went missing for a while. When she wrote to the mayor, and the mayor decided to wake up and be like, hey, this isn't right. Where is this little girl? Instead, they just swept it underneath the rug. And little Harmony, still to this day, has not got her full justice yet. And we still don't know where her little soul is at. And I'm trying to be super gentle just in case. I've been in domestic violence in a relationship for 6 years. I stayed for 6 fucking years. And it sucks as I can't get those years back. Some of the years were good. Some of the years they weren't. It sucks. I am pretty excited that my 20-year high school reunion is coming up in July, and I'm super excited. I really want to go, so my hubby is going to come with me because, you know, I was bullied in high school all my life that I wasn't going to be nobody. I don't think this is the number. I'll leave a voicemail because I don't know who that is. That number's does not match up to the number that lady called me from. Let me see. I have to be careful who I answer now because I think it was that one. And I haven't received no messages. Yeah, sorry guys, I had a phone call, so just wanted to make sure it wasn't nothing too important. Only because I do have some expecting phone calls. However, Kayla could have done something. Now, when I lived with Adam and Marianne, like I have said, she had 3 kids, and I sucks because I protected them and I went through hell protecting them just for Marianne to lose her kids in real life, and real life shit. Man, this is real life, and I went through so fucking much. I went through all that for her to never get her shit together. I can't remember. I remember the time she first told Adam that she was leaving and going to Columbus for 2 weeks, and I was in my room packing my shit because she said she was leaving. And I was like, oh no, you're not taking your kids, taking all this shit, and then leaving us with nothing. And she took food. She took herself. She took her kids. And I remember she put me in the closet and locked me in the closet, would not let me out because I was going to leave. She begged me just to stay for 2 weeks. Hair off, this bitch never had intention of coming back.
If you paid more than $15 on tax preparation last year, you need to visit freetaxusa.com, where your federal return is always free and your state return is only $14.99. Get your refund the fastest way possible with Free Tax USA's free IRS e-filing and direct deposit. The website guides you through each area of your taxes.
So they're at court recess right now. I don't think they're going to be back. I guess I can wind it up to the end. Let's go up to the beginning. Is here so I could try to. So we know that the jury had to see a lot. Okay, we know the jury got to go the very first beginning of the trial. The jury went to a thing called a view, and they got to view all of the areas where they were. What do you guys? Please put it in the comments. I do want to know this question. How do I word it though? We gotta think like the monster would think in this scenario. So what if? Because we know Harmony was transported in several different ways. We got a tote, a garbage bag, a CNC bag. We got things like that. So what if, or in the meantime of what if they laid her, because we know they buried her in a snowbank before. We know she was in the ceiling. We know she was, what, there was the snowbank, the ceiling, a closet. But what if on the ways, okay, so they're moving area to area. I'm thinking I want to say he either buried her at the aunt's back house in the yard, or I normally don't like to do the scenario, the hypothetically, the theories. I normally don't do that, but I'm wondering if that's he either buried her or discarded in the garbage. Like how we found Quentin Simon. I don't want it to be true. But in that timeline, in the time frame of them moving around.
I'm going to show you a copy of a transcript of the interview of March 16, 2023. And like before,
they moved
I'm
around
ask
a
you
lot.
to read a portion
From the
of it,
Berduros, Uncle Kevin's house, the aunt's house, or whatever. Okay. To the car, to a different car for 2 days.
So here it is.
They never cleaned out the car. They're saying that Harmony, they got into a car accident, not a car accident, or the car had broke down in the middle of a busy intersection and you could have did more, lady. I'm sorry to say how fair you were. You could have did more. And the state fucked up. You guys also, I want to know in the chat if you guys also agree with the state giving her full immunity. Okay? I want to know what you guys think about that. I want you guys to think think about the timeline, they moved a lot. So that little girl could be in that area. We never found her. So, and the jury got to see all that. So maybe when the jury saw all that, it sinks in to their head. And I really, really hope that, I'm sure she's got it in documentation.
During that interview, told the police that Adam didn't
Why
care
can't
if he ate or not.
the estate
Right.
or the
He
state
wasn't there because he
take back
wanted
their
to eat,
agreement?
right?
Why couldn't the state
And,
do that?
If the
Take back the
prosecutor said
agreement.
in opening that he went to Burger King
So,
because he wanted to eat, and he did eat while driving away, that's not your recollection, right?
No.
oh, it's not, Toots. It's
And that's
not,
not
you
something you
little
ever told
freaking
the
witch.
Right?
Right.
It's just plain wrong.
It is just plain wrong. You're absolutely fucking correct. It is just plain wrong, you dumbass. You could have said something.
And one of your claims is that on the way to Burger King, and I think that you said that he gets in the car at the clinic and smells urine, and says,
And he's mad.
Harmony, why do you keep doing that? Why don't you tell us when you have to go?
Yes.
And he got angry outside the clinic,
Yes.
and he struck her in the head.
Yes.
In front of the clinic,
In the car, yes.
in the car, right?
Yes.
Where people are going in and out of the clinic.
Yes.
And where at one point somebody had noticed that you left your kids alone in the car and told on you, right? Okay. You said that he was also yelling at her.
Yes.
And you told the jury that she was making weird noises on the way to
Oh my
Burger King.
god. We have to date it. Oh my god. Just think it. Oh my god. How many moms? I'm not a mom, but I am infuriated right now. Infuriated. I'm so infuriated right now. I am so. I don't know how anybody could. How could she live with herself is what I want to know. I want to know how this bitch can live with herself. Knowing the fact you knew this was happening and you didn't say a word. She didn't say a word, folks. She didn't. So why is she getting full fucking immunity? Why? It's not right. It's not right. She's a criminal. She's a straight out needs to be locked up for what she's done. It was her and Adam did despicable, horrible, gruesome. Little Harmony suffered. Your kids are better off without her as a mother. And I'm not a mother, and I'm happy I can say that to this woman.
Yes.
You do not deserve your babies.
You said that there were 3 different events.
You do not deserve them
on the way to
children.
Burger King, 3 different times.
Mary Ann
that he
didn't deserve her children,
maybe
and
at
that's
a
why she
stoplight
lost
or
them.
something and
But
would
I
strike
can't
her
have
again.
babies,
Yes.
but
And yelling at her.
Yes.
I'd make a
And
damn good
striking her
mommy.
3 to 4
My
times
nieces and
each
nephews
event.
love me
Yes.
and are so proud of me.
Harmony's
And
crying.
Yes.
And Declan's crying.
so the
Yes.
lady that's
And
going
Seamus
around
is
telling
crying?
lies on me,
No.
you can't take that away from me. So
Why not?
Not just
family
because
loves
somebody's
me.
crying doesn't mean the other one cries.
And
Adam
you've probably never
yelling
been
in the
through
car
domestic violence. You've probably never been
Yeah.
through what I've
caused
been through in
Seamus to
life.
cry.
No.
And Adam striking Seamus' sister right next to him.
And so not
didn't
having a
cause
good
Seamus to
memory
cry.
No, he didn't.
does not make me a bad
Harmony
person.
crying in pain didn't cause Seamus to cry.
No.
Okay. You said the final time that Adam hit Harmony in the head. He said he felt something.
Ugh.
That, and I think you claim that Adam said, I think I heard it.
Trigger warning, guys. Trigger warning.
And was that voice?
Yes.
Okay, so Adam thought perhaps he went overboard?
Yes.
And this was pulling into the parking lot at Burger King?
Yes.
And so, being scared, he drives up to the drive-in window.
Yes.
He orders the food that you want.
Yes.
He pays cash.
I don't remember.
Okay.
The defense lawyer had to make sure she put in there. I wish I had that luxury when I was going through all that shit to eat. I wasn't allowed to eat. I made sure the kids ate. And then,
When you spoke
of course,
to
the big
police
best,
back in
the big
June
bad beast.
of 2022,
He was first. Then
you recalled
went
that he paid in cash.
Marianne's fat ass. And then her kids. Then me. And then after I had to go get all of it, too. The fact is I didn't get to after I'm the one that went out and had to work for it and had to, yeah. She looks heavy medicated. And like she's been bawling her eyes out. So I'm thinking maybe tomorrow we won't dive into this case, so let's wait and see who takes the stand tomorrow, because I don't think I'm emotionally ready to keep going through this, you know. I'm gonna start getting gray hair. I can't afford to get no hair dye right now. Absolutely not. My poor ass can't do nothing. She should just be ashamed of herself. I cannot believe this bitch got to live. Got to get out.
This is a good time for a break.
I know Adam's rotten in prison.
We'll take 15 minutes.
I'm happy.
We'll resume the testimony. All rise for the jurors.
He's in prison and I don't think he's ever getting out. And if he ever gets out, I ain't gotta worry about it. I got lotion on my face.
Hi, baby.
Hi.
You off today?
No, I have to work.
Oh, what time?
2?
Oh,
Normal.
okay. I don't know.
I'm live. I don't want to say stuff.
Well, I gave you a kiss.
I love you. I have people after me.
15 minutes, everybody.
So that when she comes back, she's gonna have to go through all that all over again, I bet. Look how chunky she got. This is the red sweatshirt. I wonder where they're at to where, I wonder what court this is. It's not nowhere in Ohio, so we know that. I just don't remember. Massachusetts. No, he will not be showing up. He has exercised his constitutional right to not appear in his own trial, though if he had capital charges, he had to appeal. So that was another thing. One of my things was he got the right to not to come to his own fucking trial. No, he should have been made to have to come sit here. If everybody in this United States of America and even in the other countries, he should have been made that he had to. I'm so pissed. The fact that he got to not have to go to be in his own court. Freaking Daryl Burks was even there most of the time. Well, some of the time he was there for his, but he kind of made a big ass scene numerous times. That judge did an amazing job with that one. Let's see if we can fast forward anything. Oh yeah, so there was many a times I had to starve just so Marianne's kids could eat and the asshole could eat. It sucked because I went through hell and she didn't even really appreciate it. She just, was a horrible human being. I feel bad for this jury because they're gonna have they're gonna have. Adam's not gonna show up to his own trial, which sucks because he should be there, having to watch all this go down because he's the bastard. And of course, no, he should have to appear. Okay, y'all, I'm back. Sorry, I wanted to tell my husband something. We gotta do the hot wash rag on Midnight's eyes.
Please rise for the jurors, please. Please be seated.
She should not have
Right
full
before we took the
immunity.
break, I asked you if you told the interviewers, police or whoever, in June that you thought you paid cash.
Yes.
And you didn't remember, right?
No.
If I showed you a copy of your transcript, and ask you again to read what you need to, but this will be what I'm asking you about. So you told the police in June
Still nobody,
20
exactly.
June
So what the
23rd
fuck?
of 2022.
And you guys are gonna give her immunity? No.
Yes.
And that would make sense because Adam was doing little things to try and
God, I
collect
hate the
cash,
name Adam.
right?
I hate the
Yes.
name
And you
Adam,
certainly
y'all.
had no money in the bank on your card.
What
right?
I went through,
Right.
oh my god, my brain is
So,
going nuts right now.
After this panic that
It
you
upsets
say
my
that Adam
hubby
feels,
a lot.
Goes up to the drive-through, right?
But it needs to be talked about. If I can help somebody else,
Jury was
please
at the
go
Burger
get
King.
help, get out. There's that website I talk about all the time. I talk about that website
Right?
Yes.
And it's wide open there, right?
all
Yes.
the
And
time.
people
I
are
talk
coming
about
in
that
and out of
website.
Burger King, right?
Yes.
And you stop at one place to make the order,
Yes.
and you ordered croissants and hash
And if
browns.
you have addiction problem,
And
people, please, there's
this was for
there's a
you.
website for that.
Yes.
You can
And
go get
then
help. They
go
will help
around,
you.
turn, and
If
go
you
to,
have messed up
where you
so bad that
actually
you're
have
in debt,
communication with another person.
Yes.
the first thing I can say
The
is
first thing that you do before you get your
go
food
on
or
a
anything
budget,
like
which is what
that
I'm working
is
with.
turn
I
over,
coupon a lot. Make sure you
Adam
guys
is
clip
doing
them
it
damn
'cause he's in
coupons.
direction,
I don't know if
right?
you guys
Right.
have to do
Turning
this,
over
but
like that.
every time I go to the grocery store, I have to be careful what I'm getting in my shopping cart. I can't
Have a specific
buy
recollection
luxurious
now,
items.
that?
Once in a while, yeah, but
So a straight cash, but card would be the same. You turn it over to the
fancy
clerk,
snacks,
right?
because we don't got kids, so we don't, you know.
And then
I do like the
clerk,
Scooby-Doo snacks.
does
The
what
graham
clerk
cracker
does
bone
with money.
thingies is my
Yes.
favorite. But,
And then opens the window again.
you know,
And
get out. If you
maybe
got
counts out
pets,
the
there's a
change.
game
Yes.
plan.
And Adam would be there
You
with his
can-
hand out and change
you
being
can-
counted out into his hand, right?
You
Yes.
can get
And then
help
maybe
on that
the
website.
change is
You can
handed
reach out
you
to
so that
Community
you can then
Actions.
reach in again.
Which is what I'm
Or,
doing. I wasn't too bad in the hole. I had just let a couple
Yes.
bills.
And when the food comes
Go,
in, he
and-
probably takes the bag and gives it to you.
My car
Yes.
payment was the most
And
freaking. Thank God
you
that
said
thing.
that just before that, the
Our car's been
Adam
super
was
good to
scared
me. I had to work
because
really
he had been
hard.
striking Harmony and
I
something
was
different
in a
happened.
fucked up
Yes.
area
And while he's striking Harmony, the children
with my
are striking.
credit from credit card bills.
Yes. Going in through the Burger King parking lot.
At one time, I
Going
had
through the Burger
shopping
King
addiction,
order spot.
Yes.
especially
And
the
going through the
online.
Burger King drive-through.
Yes.
And you did not do anything, as you said, with Harmony.
Right. Right.
She was just laying there in the back.
Yes.
And right there as he drives up to the clerk at the Burger King parking lot.
Yes.
Okay.
Nobody's seen this coming. No, yes, they did see this coming. Nobody's seen the signs, or they dismissed them.
And you said Harmony is moaning in the back seat?
Yes.
And I don't think you said it, but you was Was it a moment that you understood to be a dying child?
No.
Okay. What
The
was the moment?
fuck?
I don't know, she was making a noise.
Okay. And you didn't check on her, right?
No, she didn't.
Throw a cover on her.
No.
Didn't have to turn around and soothe the boys in the back seat to make them quiet.
No, they weren't always crying just because one other kid was crying. They weren't always crying.
But violence, chaos, yelling, and screaming would make them cry.
They never really cried that much.
Oh yeah, because I'm sure they did cry. They got fucking beat. It's the same situation when I lived with.
Asked to run in and maybe get some extra napkins to
Was
clean up
when
the
one
urine
kid
on the
cried, they all cried, or they got scared, they were shaking, they were shivering, and here I am
With
fighting the
that smell
motherfucker.
lingering so bad, did you think maybe to ask if Harmony could go in and clean up?
Or I'd be up with the kids because they would lock him in the
To do
chain.
anything to deal with the smell of urine?
No, because Adam said she could just lay in it.
This lady did.
Okay.
She had a lock on the
Right,
door.
and
She would lock
he
him
was
in at
upset
nighttime.
with the smell?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And I think actually, you say that the kids may not have been crying. I think that, did you tell the police that you thought the kids were sleeping?
Yeah, they didn't really make any noise.
Okay.
This lady needs.
Kayla, that assault never happened, did it?
Yes, it did.
Okay. Well, you describe physically trying to stop him, Adam. You describe verbally trying to stop him.
Yes.
Nobody wants a person to strike and hurt a child.
Right.
Especially a 5-year-old child under your care.
Right.
And you cannot allow that to happen.
But you did. She did,
You can't
though.
sit by and allow that to happen, right?
Right.
Okay. But you said that you stopped trying to do anything because he looked at you with the face of pure evil.
Yes.
Adam had the same. Adams have had
So you just got scared and shut up, right?
Yes.
evil looks.
Because his face
He
was pure evil.
tortured. Oh my God, he was evil. He had evilness in his.
A person with pure evil is not someone you want to protect.
If I didn't have him blocked, I'd show you.
A person who is pure evil
You could
is
see it
not
in his
someone
eyes.
that you love.
Well, that's hard to say.
Okay. A person of pure evil is not someone you want raising your children. Right? Okay. And you would do anything to get your kids away from pure evil.
You'd hope. You'd think.
Even though Harmony was
Look.
your child, you felt the same.
I have the same mascara Rose has, and it
she
sucks
was
because
pretty much.
I trusted her. She was my man. I loved her so much.
And when you and Adam split up years later for March of 2021, you wanted him
It's
back.
so hard because
We were both trying
I'm trying to go through this case. I'm trying to, let people be aware of domestic violence, and I got people
And
attacking and making videos and saying I'm this, and that, when I'm just a genuine, open person who fell in a hole. And then I had my support friends.
you were sitting in your cell thinking about this and reliving
Allowed
it,
people
and
to
you wrote that note about your
say horrible
thoughts about what
things.
you wanted. You indicated
It's not
that
true.
the children needed Adam as well as you.
I
Right?
misspoke on a few years.
And that's not the case
And
of
I
pure evil.
misspoke on when I bought a damn car, or when I was getting my fucking shit kicked out of me, or when I was starving
So-
because I had to support. house once where I was getting the shit kicked out of me, but I was fighting back every step of the damn way.
Burger King parking lot?
Yes.
Okay.
We were leaving the parking lot.
I
As you were leaving the parking lot,
stuck up to Adam, and he didn't like that.
Okay, who did you hand food?
I
handed Seamus some food.
been through hell this week, all because
I
I tried to come out with an addiction. I tried to make people aware of it and help somebody get help if they are hearing what I'm going through. And my story, I thought, would help encourage somebody to want to get clean and to, you know, come out with, hey, this is what the addiction has done. I have been set back from months, and then, you know, a type of person is, this lady could have said something. She could have did more. I started to, but I also had friends and shit too, which really helped. But this person could have helped save Harmony.
And you were at the clinic.
I don't believe a word. I think she is the worst witness.
Okay, so you were in the Colonial parking lot for a while, right?
Yes.
All right. And
this just makes me too depressed sometimes.
you don't recall talking to the
But people
police
don't know about it and
your
needs to
children
know.
actually at the
And, you
Colonial?
know, if anybody is out there
All right.
struggling, like I said, there's the addiction,
First
there's
of
the
all,
addiction
we'll-
website we went
before I
over
ask some more questions,
that helps.
set up the
They have some
situation.
good
Declan is in the car
techniques.
seat by behind the
At the
driver.
time of my addiction, I had my mom. I had some really good support friends.
And
Then, like my hubby said, once I got rid of all the other friends that were no good, we were 10 times better. And then when I left my mom's house, you know, things were better because
side behind you.
I don't have to worry about somebody breaking in, stealing my shit
And
at my
Declan
mom's.
is under a year.
Yes.
And
And our
got
mom has a
croissants. What
fucking
were you
shitty
feeding
brother.
Pieces of food.
Okay. So you would break
But
off
they,
a little
this defense lawyer made sure to bring up the Burger King, all that stuff.
I don't remember what I was feeding him.
It's
Would
crazy.
you hand it to him and make sure he grabbed it?
No.
You sort of put it back there?
I'm gonna put on what Rose wears, the mascara that Rose has been talking about. I have one. It's a Maybelline.
No.
I know this is probably old.
I reached my arm
I don't know when I got this.
and put it in his mouth.
I don't even know when I got my
But he's in
makeup
the middle.
because my friend sends me makeup, and thank God she's not over here on YouTube right now because she knows she's my one good friend from
You reach back with your arm and you feel around for
Australia.
Put it in.
Yes.
And
And then Seamus,
she's
you
an
also
amazing
have to
woman.
give him small pieces of food, right?
And she knows I struggle. She
And
knows
with Seamus,
about
you
everything.
break off a small thing, and you give him and make sure
But yeah, addiction sucks and domestic violence sucks. We've all been through it. I know there's a lot more people out here who have been through domestic violence, but they don't talk about it. And it's like, you guys will feel a lot better if you could be open and honest. And I know it's hard. It's very hard to come out and be like, hey, you know, I've been treated like shit and bullied, but if I can help somebody.
Do you remember describing
The website that I showed recently,
and also you
I liked
said
about the
that
website was if you were super in danger, or if you know, super in danger, you could hit the exit button and it'd hurry up and go away. You could, you
So
know.
you bought the croissant for Harmony or for you?
There was 3 of them.
Okay.
There was one for her, and then there was one for Adam, and one for me. And the one that I had, I broke apart and gave to the kids.
Okay.
And she's like, okay.
And,
This defense lawyer does not believe this girl at all. At all. It's so crazy.
did you check and see if she was?
No,
Why not?
because I didn't.
Okay. Okay. And, Harmony's position while you're doing that, I think, she's leaning against her brother beside her?
Yes.
And then sometimes she's leaning up against the door, I think.
Yes.
And you don't check on her.
No.
Don't check and see if she's eating.
No.
But you make sure that you've put the food in Declan's mouth.
Yeah, Scooby.
Yeah, 'cause they're younger.
So you weren't concerned about Harmony at that point.
No, this girl was never concerned about harming, you stupid defense lawyer.
You feed them directly because they were younger. You don't feed
I
Harmony.
don't think she cared about them. She did not care about those babies.
Because she can open the package.
She cared about hers, but since Harmony's wasn't hers, Harmony was Adam's baby with Crystal, who she didn't like, and Adam hated Crystal, the birth mom. That's what it surrounds it. Honestly, I do believe it. I believe it. I believe what Crystal Surrey had said, that Adam had hated her so much, he did this. And man, I sure hope when he gets to prison, somebody
And so after
will
that,
hurt him, just
you
like
went up to
my Adam was in
Madeira's
prison,
to
and
get
I
some
hope
drugs.
he's getting the worst of what he's got coming to him for doing the things that he did to me.
Okay.
Took me away from my
So
family,
when you went to
made me
Madeira's to get some
isolated.
drugs,
I had to do everything. Hi,
He
baby.
was laying outside your door.
Where'd you go? Watch your face.
You coming back out?
But we're not gonna be able to be here too much longer because I gotta go to the hood of my job. Work in the hood. Her facial expressions in court today have been something else. Like, I know people are probably screenshotting and grabbing those for sure. But if you guys ever see somebody in danger or and if you're afraid to speak up, just call 911 then, okay? She can come in. Come on. Oh my God. Hi, baby. Hi. Say hi. Say hi. Say, this is my mommy. And we love her. And she's not what you people say she is. Huh.
so after you ate,
Tell 'em.
you got some drugs.
Say, come fuck with my mommy. And see what happens.
You remember having
All I gotta do is say, sick. Right? Yes, I know. You'll protect mommy, huh? I ain't gotta worry about nothing. But if she does, that video of her is the Rose's Live got taken down, so it's not on there anymore. But the bottom of the barrel is I'm not what they said I was, and I don't have anything in here in the town I live in. I do not have anything criminal, which is a lie. I cannot believe she said that. I'm pretty sure that's what she stated. Oh yeah, what you trying to get into, boy? Yeah, sneezing. Mommy smokes in this room. You know that.
rephrase the question.
So I just hurts my feelings that somebody could come on a panel, don't even know jack shit about me, and talk shit, and somebody allow that. Like, I would have never allowed anybody to come on my channel or come on my panel and talk shit about my friends. Or people that I think is my friends. I would never do that. I would never come up here and talk shit about Pippa Tina. In the hope that she tried to do a good thing. She tried to do a good thing for me, and people twisted it and turned it out to be something that it wasn't. And it's not fair because I got into a hole, and I tried to explain the hole that I got into, and then everybody flipped it and turned it out to be that I'm, what, a scammer? I don't even want to say the word because that's not who I am. I'm a genuine, open and honest person, and shit, I fell into a hole, and I'm digging myself out, and I have all these responsibilities that when I lived with my mom I didn't have, but you know, she couldn't help me pay my car payment.
Harmony up to Badira's
so, you know,
apartment to maybe clean her up and make sure she was okay? Okay.
if I wouldn't have lost my main income, I wouldn't be in this hole right now.
From?
I wouldn't be so fucked up. And then to have people run rumors and say shit, it's not nice. Especially when I've been through hell. Domestic violence. Walk a day in my shoe. And I have rich parents to help bail me out of shit, yeah. And the shit when I have isn't the shit that I've done in my past isn't who I am today.
All three children
Hey!
in the back seat, right? Yes. And you recall that you were
What are you doing?
feeding them, and do you recall that you said that you were feeding them with one hand because your other hand was in the bag for your food?
My advice is get to know people before you judge them. Don't make assumptions that you don't know about, and don't make up lies saying I have records here where I live at now. I don't. I have a clean slate. I am a good human. And this is my Scooby, and he loves and adores his home. We rescued him, and he's a handful.
So let's talk about.
But I like his skull. He's got a skull collar on. Because he's a big and bad boy. He's a big and bad boy.
At that point,
he's a big bad boy.
Okay.
And he's got some razor sharp teeth, motherfuckers. Motherfuckers. Boop.
Did you have concerns about Harmony in the car at the time that you...
His face is like...
Did you look at Harmony at all in the car before you left? And you said that Adam struck
Show them T-Bus. Show them T-Bus.
She had been crying and that Adam actually got scared.
They come mess with my mommy.
And you never checked. And you described on direct...
Freezer boy.
State that whenever you all were out...
You gotta stop.
Like, Harmony would be covered up so no one would see. Right? That wasn't true, right?
Okay.
Not in the beginning.
Okay.
You gotta get down, son.
Not at Burger
Okay, guys. So,
Okay.
if you don't know somebody what they're going through, don't make up lies.
And that you put
Hold
little
on.
pieces of food on her,
You stop that right now.
on her lap to feed her.
You don't bite. Sit. No. You don't do that.
Sort of toss back a sandwich.
No.
Okay. And you had no concerns about Harmony.
I don't like to whoop you. Stop
You
it.
said that she was moaning before she
You just
was
bit my arm, though.
at Burger King.
Yeah.
And you said that she
Stop.
was moaning after Burger King.
Yes.
And that moaning had you concerned?
Yes.
Asshole.
But you didn't check. And I
God,
think you
that
said
hurt. You guys do not believe how bad that hurt. He was trying to bite my
and you didn't check
sleeve.
on her. And Adam, you described
And
that
instead
you
of biting
said
my
that he
sleeve,
would hurt her, had hurt her.
so that doesn't warrant an ass
Where did you
whooping.
go from?
I'm
Where
sorry,
were you going?
but that hurt really bad. Look, he's got his teeth marked right into it.
Get money to get more drugs. I don't remember what we were doing. I don't remember why we left.
We're trying to break him of that like biting because he's still got that puppiness to him. Man, that hurt.
If this were true, then Adam would
He
be
normally
driving
don't
around with a critically
do that kind of stuff.
In the back seat,
You're bad. Bad boy.
And it would have been a pretty important
Then
place
he'll,
to have
right before I get ready for then he's
for
going to
him
be
to
all
take that sort of
lovey-dovey and
risk
say you're
of driving
sorry.
around with a critically
No,
sick
you
child
hurt
in the
me.
back seat.
You're still trying to hurt me.
Or did not.
You cannot bite, Scuba.
Anytime I said something, I'd get yelled at.
Okay.
Well, you should have said
And
more,
then,
woman.
You say that at the intersection.
No, you were bad.
By the way, what drugs did you do that day?
I remember doing heroin or fentanyl.
Okay.
Quit trying to bite me.
Okay. So when you said on direct that it was
You're going to get fucking whooped so bad,
heroin
dude.
and crack,
So bad.
not what you recall.
I don't remember.
You're not being a good dog.
But you do recall heroin and fentanyl.
Yes.
Okay.
And then how was she able to get her dosage? Oh, God, he's being bad. I gotta get dressed. But, man, he's being horrible. Damn dog. I love him to death. I don't like whooping him. But he can't be biting people's arms. And he can't be doing that unless it's somebody trying to break in or an attack. That kind of shit, you know? I keep telling my husband he's got Rottweiler in him. I want to do that ancestor DNA thing because if he could bite me, like I'm afraid of him turning because a dog is a friend you can never trust. I've learned that. Once a dog bites you and turns on you.
So you were at the Colonial for a few hours.
And with him having so many mixed breeds, that's what I'm worried about. I'm worried. I mean, he just lunged at me like that. You guys seen it. So
And so you were at the
I want to get him into obedience school, but I'm worried with him, you know, like, especially when he gets when we're trying to get him out of playful mode, he gets very, very, very aggressive. And, like, it's true. I mean, you can raise a dog to be so fucking good. And a dog can turn on you and flip. I remember, I kid you not. I'm gonna kid you. I'm gonna leave you out with the story. So I was living in a town in Cleveland, okay, and up there they have a thing called the Mafia, whatever. This little old lady used to have this. It was all American, full blood American bulldog, and his name was Brutus, okay? Cutest motherfucking shit ever. He was a cute little fat Brutus dog. He had the wrinkles. He had the bull legs, but he was beastie. He was a big, huge dog. And this dog rode everywhere with his mommy. His mommy was the grandma lady. Wasn't with the son too much, but was with the granny everywhere. The granny rode everywhere with this dog named Brutus, okay? And it was an all-American bulldog. She had it trained. When she says it was go bye-bye, it was boom, bada bang. In the car he wanted to go with her everywhere, even there was times that she couldn't. Well, the one day she had to go do something, and she told no Brutus. This is in the paper too. Up there, it's on the news. It was in the thing. The dog had to be put down. But she could never trust it. It turned on her. It mauled her face, mauled her arm. Yeah, it was bad. It mauled her fucking face, you guys. This American Bulldog. She said, "No, Brutus, you can't go. You gotta stay home." And
let's see.
Something just went into him. He tried to leave, and
You were
he pulled her down, and this lady, she was an older lady. She was heavy set. Yeah. You gonna be good, boy? You're not gonna hurt mommy no more? I don't want to whoop you. You my good boy? Yeah, you my good boy. I don't like to hurt. I don't like to whoop you. I didn't like getting my arm bit either just now. Alright, go ahead and go out. Mommy has to get dressed.
On the 7th.
After you bit my arm.
Between your
Butthole. Yeah, so the dog decided he was going to maul her almost to death. And I mean, she had staples down her whole fucking face. Her face was half ripped off. Her arm was barely hanging. Her finger was torn off. She had to have her... Yes, you guys can go look it up. It was in Cleveland. Dog's name was Brutus. Mary was her name. She was a sweet woman.
Were you and Adam planning or
her son liked me at the time when I first moved there, and since I was with Adam and I was in that love triangle, I wasn't allowed to do nothing, and it was a bad situations at bad times, but I got out, so that's what matters. So if you see people struggling and if you see them in danger of domestic violence, please reach out to somebody, reach out to a community place, reach out to the national hotline. It's on my tablet. I'll try to put it in there. But reach out to somebody, confide in just somebody. If you want to come forward and tell some stories or put it in the comments. You know, my got out date was 2010. That's what I remember. The years in between of that, of rebuilding my life, of torture. So yeah, some of the years don't always match up because fought for my life for 6 of them. When I came back, I had to rebuild everything. From what Adam had got me into with the debt of credit cards, of jewelry.
So you don't know if you were in the
I have a whole line of debt, so come on, late people. Come tell me I'm not poor, because I am. But, anyhow, I just spilled coffee. I love you guys, the ones that stuck by me and know who I am. It's sad I have to say this, you know. But my real friends know. I know who I am. My husband knows who I am. My neighbors know who I am. So, I can't let the idiots get to me online. As my husband says, every day, or some of the days when I'm pissed off and mad, like that night. He gets mad when I respond to the idiots. So I'm not going to. I'm just going to keep doing my true crime. And if you guys keep coming over, saying hi. But like I said, reach out. Domestic violence is not a fun thing to go through, and if you see somebody going through it, don't just sit by and let it happen. Even if you have to do it anonymously, you can. You can call anonymously, you could say, hey, I'm the neighbor, or hey, I'm Joe Blow down the road, and I could hear it, you know. So, just make sure if you see something, you say something.
It's a pretty bad situation, right?
And if you see something and you can't say something, call something. Call someone. So.
And you tell him that you should.
Cannot believe you fucking bit me. So mad at him. Anyways, I hope you guys get to see this. I love y'all. Please be safe. It's a hateful stream. Not hateful stream. It's a hateful world out here, and you got psychos everywhere. Much love and love to all of you. Thank you. Peace out.